talk Eurovision.
Let's talk Eurovision. Let's talk Eurovision. Let's talk Eurovision.
Chocolate covered sugar and spice. Tasty, tasty, yum, yum, tasty.
How much time do we have left together? I can tell you.
Hello, y'all. It is Matt with ES United, your favorite Eurovision channel. And I need to put some more light on here. I forgot to hit that. Hey, everyone. Good evening for most of you all. Hope you all doing well. And today is a very big day. And why is it a big day? Because it is the dress rehearsal, the second dress rehearsal, formerly known as the jury show of the Eurovision Song Contest 2025 semifinal 1, I said. And this is the first time we, the press, we actually get to experience the whole event from the beginning to the end. Earlier this afternoon, the press that is on site, they were allowed inside the arena to watch, but no pictures were allowed, no videos, only just comments. And we did that all on the, I'm still calling it Twitter because I'm old, but it is just basically the first time we get to see the whole shenanigans, not just a 30-second snip. And I am here to guide you through the process. And keep in mind, there are rules and regulations that we agree to when we become press. And the first one is, of course, we cannot share any sound. So sorry. No video. Sorry. So I at least will do my very best to tell you how it looks like, and even more importantly, what it sounds like, and then give you a vibe of what's going on. Now, I know I'm on early. It's only, just past 8 o'clock Central European time, so the show won't start for another 53 minutes or so. So I figured we use the first few minutes just to chat, talk about what's going to happen, our predictions, our thoughts, and then we'll go from there. And of course, I will answer your questions as well as much as possible. Now, as always, when you talk to me, at ESC United is the best way to get my attention. And that way I know you are addressing me and not just general chit-chat in between. By the way, then tomorrow, also very important, we're not going to do a live stream during the live show, because I figured you'd rather watch the show than me talk about watching the show. But we will have a show before, like for an hour or so, and then as soon as the qualifiers announce, come running right back here the very moment, because I will be live ripping apart the results, complain, celebrate, whatever I feel like it. And then of course I would like for you to hear as well. As a reminder, this is the semi-final one. There are no juries in the semis anymore, but there are backup juries that may be watching tonight. But for the most part, this will be just another dress rehearsal. Now they know that they have to bring it tonight because there are backup juries, so this should be the performance where they really give at least 90, if not 100%. So hopefully we'll get a really good idea of how things will look like. So, and then we'll do the same thing again Wednesday for the semi-2, and then Friday for the grand final. So we have a whole week packed with just live streams, talking and analyzing it. As you can see, I'm remote again this year. Hopefully I'll be back next year, but we have Roy on site, and he may or may not be able to join us later on the live stream for a little bit. But I don't know, I'm putting my headphones on, it has not started yet. And then we'll go from there. So let me switch over to my smart software where I can highlight certain comments where needed. I really want to know how Claude did. So I wasn't in the arena. I've only heard from the folks that were in the arena on behalf of ESC United, as well as some of my friends like ESC Tom. He sounded fine. That's what people are saying. They were less confident about Netherlands than before. I will say let's hold on, because it does sound so different. It could go either way when you're in the arena. For instance, I remember, I mean, that's now a few years away back, I mean, but it still applies. I remember watching like certain performances like France in 2011, and what was in 2015? There was another, I don't remember, but that sounded so good in the arena. It's like people singing along and it sounded great, and then you watch it on TV and you're just like, oh no, that was not good. And sometimes vice versa as well. So it can be a little misleading. I'm not discounting what they're saying, because they may be accurate how it sounds like in the arena, but I want to put that disclaimer out there that there is more to that than what meets the eye. So I've been doing that for a little while. So I heard Belgium staging is amazing. So the press apparently had a huge reaction in the arena about Belgium. Certainly his vocals were on point. And there is a press poll out there posted by ESC Extra. I encourage you to check it out, but with a huge, big caveat. It was a very small sample. ESC Extra agrees that, hey, this is maybe not just to take at face value. We had like 37, I think, course respondents. And Belgium got a pretty good result. I think they were 5th in the ranking, and Ukraine had 0. But once again, do not take that as like a proper ranking. It's a small sample from people from inside the arena, which has a very different feel than what's on the outside, you know, when you watch it on TV. So keep all of that in mind. So thanks again, everyone at ESC United. If you have any questions, and if I miss it, you know, I'll do my best to catch it. But you know how it goes. I'm doing 15 things at once. So I also wanted to go over, what do you think about 7th on press poll of Portugal? Press poll, again, I'm putting the caveat out there. What I just said, also, we don't know where the press is coming from. There is a more like if you're from Portugal, or you're from Estonia, or you're from Germany, that you tend to maybe have little bias towards your own country. I don't know, because unfortunately we read so much into these polls thinking, like for instance, I mean, there are so many of them and I don't remember them all by heart, but what I do remember is in 2018, when everyone thought Israel was going to flop, right? With Toy, she was like 7th or 6th in the fan polls, and then she won still Eurovision. So let's not fool ourselves, because like Cyprus had such amazing staging, people were a little bit let down by the Israel staging. So those things can change. So just keep that in mind. So let's actually just go through real quick. So over the last few days here on the live streams, those who weren't around, we did a little bit of predicting. And I did my prediction here and shared what I think will happen. And then y'all in the chat help me pick, you know, upgrade or downgrade my ranking. Even though it's ultimately my decision, I heavily leaned on your advice. So let's go through the countries real quick before the show starts and then see, you know, if we should change anything. And I will reserve the right to change it after the fact. I'm also checking the online press center a little bit, because it makes me nervous, because they have no event scheduled for the show yet. So hopefully just pop up as they go live rather than scheduling it. It's just unnerving, to say the least. Okay, I'll go through, you know, as of right now, from first to last in terms of predictions right now. So let's go. The first country on my list here, I think that as of right now will win this semi, yell at me, agree with me, whatever, is Sweden. I know this is an obvious choice, and I think just the fact that it has the fan support, it has the press support, has so much hype going on. I don't see any other country winning this semi as of right now, unless it really doesn't click with people. But it clicked with me, and Sweden hardly ever clicks with me. So this time I think that Sweden will win this semi. That is my thinking. Now I have a surprise. Like I also want to throw in a curveball, right? Because things sometimes go a little less expected. But I think there will be a surprise second place, and that is Albania. I think Albania is just so good. And I think it's such a televote magnet, has a great running order, and people gravitate towards that kind of music at Eurovision. So I can see Albania, at least from a televote perspective, be the big surprise of the night. So I will take a chance. And I know the press poll had actually Albania high up there as well, but I already had that locked before that. So I didn't change that. So let's move on to what I think will be third. And I think Ukraine will come third. Certainly, there's not quite as big of a hype around Ukraine this year in terms of the song. But one thing we know, Ukraine knows how to stage a song, right? And the vibe. So they have never failed to qualify. So I think they're going to go really high again in this semi as well. So I think they will be in third place. And in fourth place, I know people have opinions already in the chat, and I will address them in the end. Let me just go for these real quick, the top 10 at least, right? Number 4 is Estonia. A lot of people are worried about it. I am too. The vocals from the clips weren't like the greatest, but the song is just so much fun, and people gravitate towards that kind of music. So I think it's going to do quite well. I expect this to be in the top 5 of the televote. So that is why I'm putting it in 4th place. So in 5th place, I am putting the Netherlands. And I know some people may be disappointed. I always loved the song. I still do. I never thought it's going to do as well as people expect it to be. Some people are now concerned about the voice and all that stuff. It's less on my concern. I just think it was never like winning material, but I thought it was easily a qualifier. It's such a good song in terms of melody. People will jive with it, and it's clearly a qualifier. So people think it's not going to qualify. No, don't worry about that. So number 6, my 6th place as of right now, it's again, this is not my personal ranking, right? That would look quite different. But in terms of predictions is Poland. I think Poland's going to go really big as well. I mean, the staging is amazing. The voice is amazing. You know, it's second in the running order, but nevertheless, Poland will grab a lot of points. So I think they will come in 6th place. And in 7th place, I am putting Norway. And Norway, I think, is just too slick to be ignored. I think other songs will overshadow Norway in terms of like excitement, but it's still a good and solid enough song to actually leave an impact. So Norway in 7th place. And these are the ones that we in the chat had as the obvious qualifiers, and then I ranked them. So these were the 7 obvious qualifiers, and this is what we came up with. Then in 8th place, it's the only country we had as a likely qualifier, meaning it's most likely going to qualify, but there are some chances it won't, but unlikely. So Cyprus is going to be the 8th qualifier in our predictions. I know that this song is all about the stage. I mean, some people like the song, don't get me wrong. Stop yelling at me. Some people like the song, and that's totally fine. But the song, they even admitted like it was written basically with the staging in mind. So the staging is outrageously insane from what we know. The running order is amazing, so Cyprus will go through. So I'm not trying to diminish anyone who loves this song from Cyprus. I'm just saying the overall consensus, like, overall, it seems to be less about the song, but about the staging. So just to be clear. So that was the only one. So then we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 borderline qualifiers. We only had 2 positions left. So out of those 5, we did a tiebreaker. So the country we think that will also qualify in 9th place is Belgium. And I think there's a little bit more hype now after this first dress rehearsal around Belgium anyway. So now I feel more confident that we decided to put in there. I mean, Sebastian's voice is amazing, obviously, and it really carries it. So the clip itself that we saw, the 30 seconds, didn't give us much. So the hype wasn't quite big as it should have been. So, but now it is still in our top 10 predictions. So unless he messes up tonight, which I don't think he will, we think Belgium will go through. And then we have the 10th and borderline qualifier. And it wasn't easy because, I was concerned about some of that. Hey, it's a tough semi. But the 10th and final qualifier we predict, as of right now, I predict is Iceland. And Iceland is right now, 12th in the betting odds, so it's considered a non-qualifier. I think it'll go through, and I think my viewers kind of agreed with that. And so that is the 10th qualifier that squeezes through and makes the cut. So that means missing out. In 11th place is San Marino. I still think San Marino is in the running. Now, people keep pointing out how empty the stage feels and static for such a party anthem, but I still think it's a great song. So I'm not counting it out, but as of right now, we have it as the unlucky 11th place. In 12th place is Slovenia. I still see a case where Slovenia can qualify because we have not many or any other ballots in the running, and the staging, the feel looks really nice. It's rising in the betting odds. It's like almost, at least like 2 hours ago when I checked, almost catching up to San Marino as the 10th place song. So I'm not counting this one out. Then in 13th place is Azerbaijan, was also initially considered a borderline qualifier. People maybe sleeping it on a little. This would definitely go through if you had a jury. I'm not even doubting about that, but since we don't, people are not as confident. So that's why we put it in 13th place. And then in 14th place, it's Croatia. Great running order, but people feel like it's too disjointed, I guess. So that's why it's in 14th. And unfortunately, Portugal is in last place. Now that does, I know there are lots and lots of Portuguese fans out there, and I get it. Unless you're really into the song, I mean, the average ordinary viewer, do you think this will stand out in the running order? See, it could be potentially take the spot of Slovenia as the more, it's not a ballad, Portugal per se, but it's a little bit more fresh air, breathe. So that is why. So, but honestly, could any of these 5 that I currently have as non-qualifiers, I mean, I will still be surprised maybe to see some of them qualify, but it would not be earth-shattering surprising to me. So I would love to hear your thoughts as well. Keep in mind, it's all just in good fun and all the respect. If, like, for instance, Portugal or Croatia qualify, is not because we don't want them to. It's just somebody has to come last in the ranking. Let me know at ESC United what your thoughts are, and we'll go from there. And then, as I said, I will reserve the right to potentially make some minor changes if tonight looks very, very different. Portugal did such a bad job of choosing their song this year. They had so many better songs at their national final. So I didn't watch the national final, but I briefly looked at the results, and I'm trying to remember, but the song didn't win neither the jury or the televote, right? And was like, what, 4th in the correct me if I'm wrong now. I have to double check that. But so I do think that it was just kind of like the winner that squeezed through due to major disagreements between juries and televotes. So that sometimes happens, and we'll go from there. I feel like Azerbaijan is so underrated. I think so too. And I can see, though, the case people are making that it may not be the first song that stands out when you vote. So I still think if we had juries in the semis, this would be a guaranteed qualifier. Since we don't, I'm a little bit more nervous. But I'm not counting it out either. I initially thought this could go through. I had it, I think, as my 10th place. But then y'all overruled me and I put it out there. Oh, man. It was, But I listened to you. And if I'm wrong, then I'll come after you and blame you for my bad results. What was your top from today? So I wasn't in the press center, so I cannot comment on that. So I will watch it now in 38 minutes, assuming that they finally update the link here in the online press center. And as a reminder, in case you're just joining, I will not be able to show you anything. No sound, no audio. It's just me talking you through the process. And this has been like that for eternity, at least, So in the past, we had like background noise at least, but that is not going to happen. So just as a FYI. I feel as Ukraine songs is pretty good, although I'm considering the Austria song for my semi-vote. Oh, so you're voting in the second semi because Austria and Ukraine are in different semis, so you can, whichever you can vote in, So it really comes down to that, because I now can vote in the rest of the world. Even our vote is only one set of votes. At least I get to vote in both semis. So I will not tell you who I will vote for yet, because I don't even know. I do have. I feel like I would vote more strategic, only because I want, some of my favorites that maybe are at risk not qualifying to go through. So we will see. Will we get fake qualifiers tonight? I hope so. We've been getting them for the longest time, unless they cut off the live stream at some point. Things will be different this year, right? They have already been different, and we have to figure out, we have to play it by ear. So assuming they keep it the same, then yes, we'll get them. But don't just say, well, Matt said, because I don't know. This is we know more after tonight's show. So that is awesome. But yeah, I've been known for being the one to get super excited about these things. And maybe I will. The good thing is now, because, back when I was in Europe for not this year, hopefully next year again, I was so tired at the end because it's like midnight at that point almost. And you're just like, yay, Albania is fake qualifying. You get really tired. Now it's only it's not even noon here. So I have all the energy in the world. I got a big jug of fresh water, but I should probably have some. It's usually my travel. Oh, I'm leaking. I mean, not I'm leaking. The bottle is leaking. I'm not leaking, I swear. I filled it up to the rim, and now it's spilling water all over me. Okay, I'm a professional. So we have, I lost my train of thought because my table's all wet now. Oh, that's like type math. I just saw East United. That's just a thank you for your help, moderators. And I know I've been gone, and so I had little to plan, but I'm catching up. So, which of the non-automatic qualifiers would go through if they had to compete? So, oh gosh, where are my direct qualifiers? Direct qualifiers. So in this semi, we have. Oh gosh, who was voting in this semi? Italy, Spain, right? And who else? Was it Switzerland, right? So I feel fairly confident that Switzerland would go through. I'm still convinced, still believing it's stronger with the juries, but it's still very sweet. And there aren't many ballots in the semi, and this would have been the strongest. So I think this one would be the most likely one out of all the three. Italy and Spain would both be uncertain. Spain, at least the clip, made me a little more concerned about Spain's chances, but I'm not counting them out. That's why it's on hold. In Italy, I don't know if this is the year where they had the strongest song. If Italy were to qualify from the semis, it would be on the borderline kind of thing. It's pleasant, but is it too pleasant, if that makes sense? So that is how I feel. So Switzerland would be the most likely one to qualify, and then Italy, and then Spain right now, but both are in contention. But we'll never know because, they don't have to worry about that. But at least we'll get a feel tonight on how they're going to perform. So we shall see. Dog cameo, Matt. So no. Gaston, my cute little puppy, is downstairs in the cage because I'll be live streaming for the next 3 hours or so, and I didn't want Gaston to just run around and whine and rip the place apart and distract me. So I took him outside, took him for a walk, fed him, and now he gets to rest for a little bit. So he will be live though tomorrow for the pre and post show if you want to see my little puppy. I mean, he's not that little anymore. He's now 20 months, so he's growing so fast. But yeah, you'll see him if you want him. Okay. Do you think Sweden will qualify? Are you trolling me right now? I don't think we talk about it. The only conversation we could have, would Sweden surprisingly not come first in the semi, would be the only thing we could potentially talk about. But other than that, of course, they're going to qualify, and so they should. I mean, the song is just flipping amazing. Why is there so much hate for the Netherlands? So this is the thing with the Netherlands. The only reason that it seems as people need to latch on to a disappointed performance. And Claude's voice was a little shaky during the 30-second snip that they posted, right? And so everyone jumps onto the Netherlands, who is one of the most popular and in the betting odds, most successful songs. So people are like, oh, there's our flop of the year, and people grab onto it and and go get over the top. And I'm not saying it will disappoint, but I'm saying that people, it's just almost like human nature. I take a step back and I'm like, don't overthink it. It's the, they wanted to do this, they don't want people to freak out about it too much, but when you only give 30 seconds, that's all people can use, so it's a choice that the EBU made, and that's probably why it's happening. But as pointed out, Dutch folks do not freak out. As pointed out, this happened before in the past. I even remember Marko Mengoni from Italy. People thought that he's going to flop. They thought the staging was shite. And then he comes fourth. It's always been like that. There's always that one or two songs that people think like it becomes the song that they're going to get mad at. And this time it's the Netherlands. So don't feel discouraged. I still believe in the Netherlands. I believe in Claude, and stop worrying about it. I know. It's easier said than done. Welcome back. Miss you. I love the Netherlands, but had a France 24 flashback. France came second with the juries and fourth with the televoters. Isn't that a good result? So I think if the Netherlands were to come fourth, I think they would be pretty happy with that. So are you referring to Netherlands 22, 3? I forgot. 23, I think you may be thinking of, where we saw the huge pillar that she was standing on, and everyone was like, woo! And then it was live, like, okay, never mind, wasn't quite as good. So, yeah, we shall see. And we have now 30 minutes left before the actual dress rehearsal starts. I'm refreshing my screen all the time here just to see, but the online press center is still not giving us a link. So no, I'm not nervous at all that it's going, it's going to work out perfectly, right? It's always nerve-wracking. Again, no sound, no audio I can show you, but I can explain everything, and then tomorrow we'll talk it through together. So let's talk this through again. Any other questions at ESC United? And then again, of course, on Wednesday, we do the same thing with semifinal 2 and then the grand final. And by the way, the press had to leave the dress rehearsal after the 15 countries performed, so that the Innoval Act and everybody else could rehearse the rest. So we don't even know what's going to happen. We should be getting that today for the first time as well. So that is exciting. So something else to stick around for. Yeah, that's what I am always most. Do you think Ireland will qualify because they elevated their staging? And I'd say so. We did the ranking for the predictions yesterday in our chat for the semi 2, so I don't want to spoil it too much, and I will talk about that tomorrow. I want to more focus on this semi right now. We can overanalyze Matt's facial expression. Well, I need to be careful with that because I'm very animated. I'm fully aware of that, and sometimes I need to remember you know, even at work. Like I have an ugly thinking face, and it almost looks like this. And people are like, why are you mad? I'm like, I'm not, I'm thinking. It takes a lot of effort. So I'm fully aware that this happens. So I need to not be like, whoa, huh? Boo. Yeah. So thank you for reminding me to be a little bit more zen. Woo. By the time the semi rolls around, I've forgotten about it already anyways. Again, I see a lot of comments. Please help me at ESC United if you have any questions so I don't miss it. What do you think of Czechia? Okay, I'm doing semi 2 and the staging. We don't know the staging fully. The clip didn't give us much. It's more on the simple side from we can see. But we had so many. The thing is with this year, the staging and the arena and the stage can do so much more than we've ever seen. People being descending from the ceiling, you know, or going up, and something we haven't done before, couldn't do before. So a minimalistic staging sometimes seems a little underwhelming when you only see this, but I wouldn't read too much into it. We need to see the whole thing. So I'm a little hesitant to go too much into that. Who could be a shock non-qualifier in your opinion for this semi? So let's go for the ones that I think are qualifiers again. Sweden, Albania, Ukraine, Estonia, the Netherlands, Poland, Norway, Cyprus, Belgium, and Iceland. Iceland wouldn't be a shock qualifier because, you know, it's a borderline. I could see Cyprus being a shock non-qualifier, that, you know, the style over substance kind of thing. I would be shocked if this one doesn't go through. I would be shocked if Ukraine doesn't go through, if the song clearly doesn't click with people as much as, you know, we think. And Poland, like somehow, okay, we're all super hyped about Poland, that for some reason the viewers don't get it. But all three of these, I think, would be shock qualifiers to me, to point some out. I mean, technically, they all would be shock non-qualifiers, right? But I just could see a world where Ukraine, for some reason, completely is forgotten in the running order because it's a little bit more, I wouldn't call it mid-tempo, but it's just like, it doesn't have the fireworks, but it doesn't have, you know, a certain emotional impact as a ballad either. But I still, you know, that would be a shocker. And then Poland is mentioned, and then Cyprus, because, you know, maybe the visuals weren't enough to drag them to the top 10 side. But they're closing, you know, so we'll see. If you could give one semifinal one song to be a different artist to sing, which would they be? Good question. It would be a probably San Marino. And here's why. Gabri's not a singer, he's a DJ. Having a DJ as the focus, and he's just walking back and forth behind this big deck, the DJ one, it seems silly. And it probably people would be weirded out. And with all the singers wearing masks, there might be disconnect. So I would have had somebody who can actually sing be center stage there. So I would pick San Marino for that reason. I'm curious what you guys all think. And yeah, people in the chat, the moderators, if you could do me one favor, because I've been gone for so long, the algorithm doesn't know me anymore at YouTube. If you could just like the video, that would go a long way. It's free, and, you know, I'm not going to complain. And yeah, other than that, we are, you know, we're good to go. I feel another ballad might qualify instead of an upbeat tempo song, so maybe Slovenia instead of Iceland. Well, that is one thing that I said. That's why I'm not shocked, because we don't have many. I mean, besides Slovenia, is there another ballad? Netherlands isn't really a ballad. Ukraine isn't really a ballad. So Slovenia is the only true ballad, why Slovenia is on my radar. So yeah, absolutely. Slovenia could qualify. So we'll see. Next question. Tease us about Cyprus, please. The mystery of all is fascinating. I cannot tease you because what I have seen is the same that you have seen. So I have to see the show tonight to give in. So I cannot tease you because I'm going into this just as blind as you are, because, you know, they're keeping everything hush hush this time with the press. So we'll see. let's go here. Most people can't, only people with press accreditation. Yeah, like Matt. Yes. So most people cannot watch it. Only the people that have tickets for the show. So how many people fit in the arena? People who have tickets for the show tonight can see it, as well as those that have press accreditation from either the press center on site or from the online press center. So that's the only individuals that can see it. Do you prefer the new style of the qualifiers announcement or the classic one? Well, I have not seen the new one yet. I only know it on paper, like everybody else, but on paper, I like the old one. And it's just because with the old one, any country could qualify, right? That could be the next one. Nothing. It's like now when you see the split screen, like, well, it's going to be only one of those three. And let's say your country's only on that twice, you know, okay, my chances are going down significantly with every time. So I don't like that. I don't like it, the idea. It was way more exciting when any country could qualify. And I now, yeah. So I understand logistically it makes it easier for the people because they can just walk up to those three artists, while previously having, 15 cameramen, like, it wasn't working as easily. But it takes a little bit away, because if you have, you have, I don't know, Albania, Sweden, and San Marino on the split screen, well, of course, obviously Norway's not going to qualify on this one, so it's a little nerve-wracking. So, sorry, I'm clicking here on the next thing. Sorry, I just the announcement can be confusing to the audience because they might think that they're battles and whoever is announced beat the other two. Yes, I think that's a very good point as well, that this is a battle, and then you see, okay, now Sweden qualified, but Belgium didn't. Belgium is out. I'm like, no, that's not kind of how it works. So, so I know it's the first time they want to try something, but I'm not against change. It just seems like unnecessary change when there are certain things that require fixing. This was one of the things that did not, in my opinion. Nothing to do with Eurovision, but how is your health? Hopefully better. Yeah, I mean, I am better. And, I talked about it yesterday during the more casual live stream about my personal struggles, but I'm doing much better. Still a little ways to go, but I am hanging in there. Thank you for your concern, though. I really, really appreciate it. Do you think this is a weak year, as many have said? I didn't even get that. Again, I've only been back for a week to Eurovision, so I haven't heard any of the hype and buzz about this contest. To me, I always thought 24 was one of the weakest years we've had in recent years, and I find this one an upgrade. Is it the strongest Eurovision year that I've attended? No. But would I call it weak? No. At the same time, they do it every year, right? Every year, like, it's the weakest year ever. Like, at this point, it's once the show is over, you've seen performances, all of a sudden it's way more popular. So it's people being people, so I don't think it's the weakest. No, not me personally. Is it possible that none of the ex-Yugoslavian countries qualify this year? Yes. I mean, Montenegro is a likely non-qualifier. Serbia is a borderline, a lot of us think. Slovenia, yes. That's... Yeah. It could, yeah. It could happen. It would be sad. It would be sad. I find the songs pretty weak, but I have a feeling the show will be great. The thing is, with this year, for me at least, I have a lot more songs that I'm like super excited about. There are lots of songs that I'm not excited about this year. So it's a little bit more of that mixed bag. Last year I didn't have that many songs to be like, wow, yay. So that's why I feel like I feel more passionate about certain entries this year than I did last year. So yeah, that's basically my opinion. But hey, it's good to have different opinions, right? So we are now 19 minutes away. Let me refresh the online press center one more time here. Do we get a link? No. Oh, it's frustrating me. Okay. I'm sure it's going to pop up as soon as we go live or something like that. What is happening today? Now just joined. People keep joining left and right. So in case you're just joining, this is the second dress rehearsal of the first semifinal. So this is the first time the press gets to see the whole thing from the very beginning to the very end, allegedly. So we are here to talk it through, and I cannot show you anything, or you cannot listen in. I can only describe it to you. I respect the EBU rules, and know there are lots of changes going on. Some of them I agree with, some of them I strongly disagree with. But when you sign up for this, you kind of, you know, follow the rules. So that's what I'm doing. So there will be no videos of the jury show tonight. Now, you may get some random person from the arena recording it and posting it, so you get that stuff, right? But you shouldn't be getting anything official unless somebody leaks it. So the only true work you'll see is tomorrow evening. Unless A, leaks, or B, people post their iPhone recordings from the arena tonight. And tomorrow, because there is another third rehearsal tomorrow in the afternoon, around 3 o'clock. Right, it's just the third afternoon. It's usually called the family show, where oftentimes they can bring in the families of the artists, the local schools, or just family of that kind of stuff in there. So for either discounted or free. But I don't know how much that's still happening because there's such a big demand for all of the shows in this day and age. I haven't really looked into that. Remember, you talk a lot on there, and like if you need me to look at it at ESC United. So I can catch them. And opinion about Lithuania chances. Okay, this is again a semi-2 question. I keep those at a bare minimum because we have so much to talk about semi-1, and we'll talk about semi-2 in 2 days. We have it as a qualifier right now, as a borderline qualifier, I think, I want to say, but I have to look it up again. So yeah, that would be my opinion. What place do you think Albania could get in the semi? So I mentioned that earlier. You probably joined later. I think Sweden is going to win as of right now. I'll change that, and then Albania could come second. I have a good feeling about Albania this year. So that's why I put them in second place. But I don't want to jinx it for all, and I have to wait and see the whole thing. This is all just preliminary. And tonight I will finalize this and post a video and timestamp it so I cannot change my mind anymore. I hope I'll get at least 8 right. So far in my prediction career, I've never missed more than 2. And I want to at least stay with that. So I feel more confident about semi-1 than semi-2, though. I feel like semi-2 is a bloodbath. It's going to be crazy. So we'll see. We will see. We have now 16 minutes left. I know I'm doing a countdown here. What are your thoughts about Switzerland? Love Switzerland. I mean, I love the song. Love, 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 love. It's one of my favorites this year. Probably my favorite ballad, actually. And the staging, what we've seen so far, looks nice, but we couldn't see the whole thing. So we'll get that one tonight as well. Which should we talk about? We have the 3, Spain, Italy, and Switzerland, right? Performing tonight as well. Even though you cannot vote for them, at least they're going to perform. And we'll include them in here as well. So I better put these cards to the side here as well, so I'm not going to miss them. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Possible all 3 Baltics to qualify. My brain went into Balkans again. Baltic, not Balkan. I'm American. I don't need to know geography, okay? Estonia will go through. Lithuania probably. Yes, the answer is yes. There is a chance that only 1 will go through, but there's a chance that all 3 will go through. So absolutely, yes. I did think there for a second. You know how difficult it is? I have literally 4 monitors and then my cards, and then you ask me questions where I have to actually think, which is not my strong suit to begin with. I fear Switzerland this year may pull an Zjerm and come last. I don't think so. Absolutely not. I understand your fear, and there comes my personal bias in there. Zjerm was never really like, I thought it was actually one of my least favorites that year. So maybe there comes the personal bias. I just didn't think it had any sort of like beautiful, haunting melody, and people didn't click with it. Switzerland will click. Her voice is beautiful, and it allows you into the melancholic, and the staging is way better from what we see already. So I feel way more confident about that one. Do you think any songs have been heard by the staging based on the rehearsal clips? So I'm just focusing on semi one right now. We can talk about dates for the other ones, but going through them right now from what we know. No, not here. San Marino. Yeah, San Marino may have got hurt by the staging, even though I love the backdrop is beautiful. And there's so many cool things that are happening, and the sound is amazing. It just seems very static, so I'm worried that's going to hurt it. And then the rest, no, that's the only one in semi one. I have to see Croatia in full for me to get an opinion. And then of the direct qualifiers, potentially Italy and Spain again, because Italy seems like you have the big, not boom boxes, amplifiers in the back. And then it seems, other than that, pretty simplified. And I don't want to take offense to anybody, because I'm sure there is a reason why the singer, is using that white makeup. But those who don't get it and only sing for 3 minutes, it's very confusing. It doesn't jive with the song. So I'm a little worried about that. In Spain, though the energy is there, I don't know if just adding this podium, what that adds. So I'll have to wait and see on that one. So that's how I feel about this. So, do I need to refresh the media center until it pops to see the dress rehearsal? I haven't accessed for the first time, so I don't really know. I will tell you it's different this time around. In the past, we had like a link there that say you wait, and it's basically a waiting room. And right now in the online press center, we don't have anything. So I'm as clueless as you are. So just keep refreshing. I assume it'll pop up in the next few minutes, hopefully by the time it goes live. I don't know why they scheduled these events this time around. But yeah, it's just what it is. So don't freak out. I try not to. I'm cool as a cucumber. Okay, I filled this up too much, so I'm not gonna spill this time. Oh, it's still leaking. Okay, now we're ready. We have 11 minutes left. Which country would you most likely to see return in 2026? Would like to see. Okay, so my diplomatically correct answer is all of them. And my personal biased one is, I don't know. I mean, I have to think. There's so many. We have lost so many countries. I want the ex-Yugoslavian countries to be more represented. So I want North Macedonia, Romania, and Moldova back. Those are the three I think I missed the most right now. I mean, Bosnia as well, but they've been gone for so long. And Monaco is actually broadcasting the contest for the first time since they left, right? Or since 2007. So that gives me a little bit of hope that they are ready to return, because we need more countries to return, because I'm worried we're going to lose more next year. But that's another story for the post-Eurovision live stream. So those would be the ones that I can think of. But Bulgaria is another one. But see, I'm trying to think. There's so many. Those would be the ones that stand out to me the most. Yeah, Bulgaria, North Macedonia, Romania, and Moldova. These are the more recent casualties, for the lack of a better word. So, yeah. That doesn't mean I don't want the others back either. I want Andorra back. I want Monaco back. I want Bosnia and Herzegovina back. I want... I'm missing Slovakia. They're not going to come back. Hungary, clearly, is not going to come back. Or Turkey. So, yeah. So many countries. This year is very hard to get into. It doesn't really feel like a celebration, if that makes any sense. No, I get it. There's a reason why I haven't been around. I needed to, after the toxicity of last year's contest, it just kind of felt a little, I need some time away. And I wasn't sure if I'm going to return at all. But now that I'm back, I am glad. But yeah, it's been a rough year. I totally get it. And I hope that things get better. I understand also the excitement is less dramatic than in previous years, because we have very little information access in this day and age, so until the last minute. So, but we'll figure it out, so it's always important to focus on the my nose is itching, sorry, on the good. So that's what I'm trying to do. And yeah, it feels so quiet. It feels really quiet now in Eurovision, doesn't it? at least for me. But hey, that's why I'm doing my best to contribute to the excitement, and I may or may not be succeeding in that. We have now 9 minutes left. So hopefully, let me refresh this one more time in the press center. It said, we have no idea what's happening. It's a little nerve-wracking that we don't have a link yet or anything. Nope, nothing yet. You think they might consider the US to join when the playing field gets too small? So the US, they tried to do the American Song Contest, which lasted one season and then got canceled immediately, and I don't think that'll be back anytime soon. Jan Ola Sand, when he was still the executive supervisor, mentioned that, or was it Christian Bjorkman? Don't quote me. There's one of those two gentlemen. They said that they were considering reviewing that potentially in the future. But I know it's not going to happen. I hope it's not going to happen. There are other countries that should join before the United States, especially in this day and age. I don't want America in there. So yeah, I'd rather them focusing on the smaller countries. And there was this really good interview with Ding a Dong podcast with Martin Green, where he's new in his role, right? Overseeing the whole thing. And his focus for 26 and the future is to make the contest more affordable without stripping back the quality of the contest. He doesn't want to go back in what we've been doing, but he wants to find a way to make it more affordable for other countries to join, like so they can, like the North Macedonians and Romania, so they can return or prevent from more withdrawal. So I think that will be a main focus. So yes. And now that we have a new pope, as mentioned out too, so maybe we can have the Vatican City join. I know, I'm just kidding. It's not going to happen, but they would have certainly a unique take on it. Although they would Finland would definitely get 0 points this year from Vatican City. I'd rather have Canada or New Zealand join than the USA. They control music industry already. That too. And plus, I don't care about Eurovision. I want countries that actually kind of what with Australia, right? They've shown their love and passion for the contest. New Zealand would be a great option, I think. So, and there are others. There are lots of South American countries that are very much into Eurovision, although they're trying to create their own contest as well. But then, it's always controversial bringing in new, because it's called Eurovision. I'm like, okay, you don't know what the Euro stands for, but anyway. Okay. It's silly. We have 6 minutes left, and we still don't have a link, y'all. But the point is, the show is supposed to start in 6 minutes, and I'm supposed to be able to put on my headphones like this and then watch and listen. But right now, it's not. But we have, I'm optimistic. I'm very optimistic it's going to come up. Isn't Russia creating their own two-song? Yes, so we read about it. I forgot what it was called, but there's like certain countries that are part of it. Belarus will, of course, part of it, and some, maybe Kazakhstan, all of these. Yeah. But I don't, it's all, there's so much, this happens so many times. The Asia Song Contest, they all just came out and then disappeared. We'll see. The only one that actually came to fruition was the American Song Contest, and that flopped big time, unfortunately. What do you think of Lumo? I call it nightmare fuel. It's supposed to be cute, but it creeps me out. But I always get creeped out with mascots that have caffeine-induced eyeballs. It's just like, ugh! And I'm like, regular, normal, human size, please. So it's the eyes that make me want to run up for the hills. So yeah, that is basically my thinking. Celine Dion will not perform at Eurovision 25. It's official. Somebody's saying, I haven't seen anything yet, but I've been live streaming. So I think it's for the best. I think it's for the best that she's not performing. Hopefully we get a touching message from her, because, she is the most recent winner of Switzerland. And clearly, along with ABBA, you can make the case, the most successful act to ever come out of Eurovision. So, yeah, so it's probably for the best. Can you give us your top 10? I have a video out for that. I know Sweden is in there, Netherlands in there, Switzerland, France, Austria, a lot of obvious ones, but I also have like surprise ones like UK and Ireland in there. So check it out. I don't even know them by heart right now. So we'll see. So we have 4 minutes left, less than 4 minutes until the actual show starts, allegedly. And we still don't have any links. So, okay. That gives us a time to answer a few more questions at ESC United. Ask why. I've always wondered, how do juries watch the show? Do they watch it like you, or are they in the arena all together or separate? So neither. So usually how it works, the 5 jury members for each country go to the broadcast building, and they go into a separate room where all 5 are watching it together. There's going to be an EBU representative or some kind of attorney in there with them. There's one head of the jury as well, collecting the points. So they'll all watch it together in one room. That is the process. So, but they're not going to be in the arena. They're not going to watch it online. They're going to be physically together at the broadcaster's office, HQ, if you will. A little behind the scenes knowledge. How are you getting coverage of the dress rehearsal? I'm part of the press, so we have online press access. It's being live streamed, allegedly. Again, no link there, even though we're only 3 minutes away from the broadcast. Okay. Do you want to see the juries back in the semifinals? Here's the thing, and somebody mentioned that yesterday, and I think it's a very good point that they're making. Maybe the fact that we don't have juries in the semis is causing these landslide jury winners these past couple of years with like Lorraine and Nemo, because they don't have a say in the semis, and then a lot of jury-friendly songs don't make it. Therefore, whatever makes it, they get all the support. So maybe it's something to consider, that maybe the jury should vote in the semis to avoid these ginormous landslide winners in the grand finals. It's just a theory. You know, there's no evidence for that, but I think there's a good case that you can make for that. I never thought of it that way, so that was a good suggestion. But I don't feel strong. I mean, I prefer to have the juries back just because for consistency, but I'm not like completely outraged by it. I don't want Sweden to win again, but they finally sent not a standard Swedish pop song, and that's great. I love that song from Sweden. Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Sweden is probably one of my favorite songs this year. So for song-wise, I'd be thrilled for this one to win, but I get that we are not ready to go back to Sweden just yet, but we can't really use it as a reason. If they deliver, then they should win. You know what I mean? But I understand the sentiment, because I'm kind of like in the same boat. Give me 1 second. I'm talking to my team here, okay? Comes up in, I'm going to ask my team. Sorry about that. I just had to talk to them quick because I wanted to find out. I wanted Roy, who's in the press center, like actually the physical press center, let me know once the link or the video comes up there, because I cannot see anything here. I'm getting a little nervous. Because it's 9 o'clock now and we still don't have a link. So we shall see. I hope I get the link as well. Again, every year it's different. Especially this year, it's very different than in previous years. I saw ESC Tom's video on that. Maybe the televote gets 9 and jury qualifier as well. Well, we had that in the past, right? For like a couple of years in 2008 and 9, I believe. So it could be certainly something that could be introduced, but I don't know if that is something to think about. Okay, so y'all, I'm going to be a little distracted only because I'm trying to figure this out. We still don't have the link, and we are like almost a minute late now. I'm checking my team. Nope. So nothing yet. I don't know if anyone in the chat has access to the press, but if you do, if you see anything, let me know. We're now over a minute into it. We're playing. It's slightly annoying. It has started on other people's streams? Oh no, why not on mine? Maybe I need to log in again. This is very frustrating. Let me log in again. Let me check you in. Not on mine. This is very annoying. I'm going to delete my cookies, see if that'll fix it. Delete browsing data. And the cookie, I mean cached images, I meant. All time, delete. I'll try to log in again. Let me check you in. Get to the lobby. I don't get it. I don't have anything. Mine is still playing. Okay, this is slightly frustrating right now. I'm working on this. I don't know. This is really odd. Click on program. Oh, press. Oh, I found it now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, it was not on those tabs there. Okay. Let me see here. Why would they put it there? I see it now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. So I just missed the opening act. We're like, oh. So I need to turn up the sound a little bit as well. So the arena is full. So it was definitely an opening act dancing to Finding Nemo song, the opening act. So let's get going. So right now we just get all the, there's a delays right now. Oh, welcome to the birthplace of Eurovision. Welcome to Switzerland, because the first Eurovision was in Switzerland. Lots of audience shots right now. The audience is full, the arena, I think. That's good. So now we see two of the hosts coming. Oh, that outfit. Jesus, it's neon yellow green and it clashes with the camera, y'all. Oh, she's glowing. But hey. Now, I am the first to admit ignorance. I know the three ladies' names, and I have no idea who is who. I know Michelle Hunsinger. I think, yeah, it's Hazel and Sandra there right now. Yeah. Oh no, I do recognize this. So Sandra's wearing that very neon green yellow outfit. And I look at the chat as well, but if you have questions, do at ESC United so I'll see them, right? So right now it's not too important. It's just two hosts talking. I know Michelle's only joining in the finals. I just remembered now. I forgot about that. She's too famous. She's like the Graham Norton. So, and I know Sandra represented Switzerland in 1991. She came third, right? Okay. Are people in the audience allowed to film, or is it everything restricted? You're not supposed to film, but that doesn't mean people won't. I don't know if they confiscated equipment. I don't think they did. But they're trying to keep it as closed as humanly possible. So once again, only the press has access to this, which I'm part of. Not the average, sounds kind of rude, average person, like the non-press, I should say, ordinary mortals. Okay, now they're playing a clip of the 1991 song that Sandra performed. And as a reminder, I cannot show you anything either. The EBU does not allow any sort of visuals or sound. So I'll just do my best to describe it, and that's how we've been doing it for years. And I need to keep reminding that because people keep asking. They just showed the 1991 clip of her singing, and then Hazel was like, and here's a picture of me at the same time, and it was just a fetus in the belly, like insinuating that Sandra is ancient. By the way, Sandra looks amazing. Like she hasn't aged at all. When I visited the jury semi in 21, you were able to film, take pictures, and they asked audience not to do that. Yes, they asked that, but people do it anyways. This is the year 2025. But they're going to be more strict this year around. Now they're showing us the scoreboard. And there's a scoreboard, the running order, I mean, you know, the graphic. And then do the French and English announcement right now. Can performance change from jury show to audience show? No. They've been completely off, like a camera angle didn't work. Then they could change it. Like we had that with Austria last year, but that was unintentional. But for the whole thing, this is done. This is done. How's the atmosphere in the room? And the hosts. Last year felt a little clinical, not like ESC usually does. You had last year was clinical. It is a similar. They're keeping the jokes to a minimum here. They had that one joke about Sandra being old. Yeah, it wasn't very like entertaining, and I don't mean that in a bad way. It was effective. And now we're getting the first postcard of Iceland. They're opening a mailbox, and they're holding a card with the circus on it, and then they're traveling to a circus called Ni. And they're walking in, waving and greeting a gentleman. They're hugging, and then he hands them a white something ball, a globe. Oh, it lights up. Okay. So then like some kind of modern circus in Iceland, I would assume. And they're handing that glowing light to the acrobat that's hanging from the ceiling from a trapeze. And then here we go. That's the first postcard. And then the stage with the big frame, it shows the colors of the flag. Okay, now they're playing. I've got to turn it up a little. Let's go. The quality of the stream is okay, by the way. It's a little blurry. I'm listening, by the way, so I cannot talk as much. So I did not see the national final performance when, I only watched the music video because, again, I was out of the bubble. There's some sharp notes here, but they're forgivable. I'm glad they're removing the glasses at some point because I want to have that connection. The stage is very red right now. The dancers are... So during the verses, it's red, the stage, and then during the chorus, it goes blue. Lots of camera work, moving, it's very, very lively, very energetic. So I think now they're like, after the second chorus, they have that boat impact, where they do all like these little effect with their bodies, and then dancing around, almost doing like that little river dance thing, dodging things that's flying. Ooh! Okay, this is a very Minecraft thing, and then at the one moment at the end of the instrumental, there's like an octopus that jumps into the screen, and like this tentacles like wrapping around the screen. It's pretty cool, like it's trying to come for us. That was pretty cool. Now we're on the bridge, and the bridge is standing on a LED boat that's on the floor, and now they're walking up to the front of the stage, to the runway. And that's where the smoke effect comes, like pyro smoke. Hey, they're doing it. Hey, pop right now. Hey. And now the key change. Okay, I think they're having an audience fake cheers in there because it seemed very conveniently placed. I could be wrong, but it sounded very fabricated. I could be wrong. You have the violin play. It's very energetic. Overall, this is a great starter number. Whoa. Okay, so the three violin players / dancers, they're all just standing there with their violins up as the song ends, like, woo! So I think it was a good, solid opening number. I don't think it's going to do well with the juries to disqualify, but it started the energy in the right spot. Now there's a slight delay again, but that's the rehearsal, so that's fine. We're now getting the Poland postcard, and she also opens the mailbox, takes out a letter, which says Switzerland locks. So maybe they're traveling to Switzerland. So she is somewhere in the mountains at a ski resort. She's walking up into a room, a big library, and hugging a dude. And she's holding a shovel. Oh, okay. And they're standing out in the snow. They're shoveling snow together up a hill. A mountain, I should say, not a hill. And then there's these snowboarders jumping over them. Yeah, so she's just standing outside there in a snowy place in Switzerland. So they're actually not in the country. I think that they're actually in Switzerland in specific places. And here comes Poland. I'm super excited about this one. I know we all know the dragon moment, but I want to see if there's more. It starts very like blue. There was the big bubble on the backdrop. The four dancers are right behind her already. She's standing in the center. They're doing all these movements. Oops, I shouldn't be dancing. No. There are lots of lights hitting the camera. The backdrop has like little, like, not squares, but yeah. Oh, the floor is like water, like a overhead shot. Like a lot of rectangular items in the back. Oh, and there comes the swirly LED floor as she's doing the big long note. It's floating around her. Pyros as she's making the note. The dance looks similar to what we saw in the national final. Like this whole. She didn't do the spinning, but she's doing the boom, bah, boom, bah. And then doing the verses. They're all just very close. The backup dancers holding her arms, like sitting in front of her. She sounds good. I don't think it comes as a surprise. I have to try a little more again. Okay, now she's doing her spinning thing, the notes. So it looks very familiar. So think of the national final staging a little bit just elevated with the Eurovision stage right now. And now after the second big note, she's walking more to the front and with the dancers. And then she's grabbing her violin and plays like, oh, the camera is like, whoa. But that's the part you've all seen. It sounds good. It sounds the notes sound really good. It has a lot of energy, and I'm okay. Now the dragon comes. She's grabbing the ropes, and off she goes. Bye, up in the air. And the dancers have like flags in the front now as she's hanging there with the dragon. Yeah, the 4 dancers, and she's slowly coming down. Oh, and there's wait, the dragon is now still like sitting behind her on the LED screen as the big instrumental part comes in, and she's running. She's running towards the front, y'all. No, and now, wow, the energy. I'm getting goosebumps. Oh, now she's doing all the acrobatics on the oh, wow, and she's still. Sorry, I cannot even finish my sentences. This will overshadow Iceland, I'm worried. Wow. Y'all, Poland's delivering. Absolutely full of energy. That is how you do it. And now she's standing there like, I'm done. Like, no biggie for her. Oh my God. That was awesome. I don't know how to explain it, but she was just like, as she was finally coming down to the floor, then she starts running like with energy, and then she's da-da, da-da, and then she goes on the floor and like, I call it acrobats, but it's like a choreography, of course. And then she never misses a note, never a beat. It is constant energy. The fire, the pyros everywhere, and it's absolutely breathtaking. Wow. This was a moment. So if you're oh, I missed the card right now. I don't know where we are right now. It happened so fast. So we're somewhere in the snow again. He's going up a ski lift, because that's what you do in Switzerland. So he's hugging a woman. Is that his wife? That must be his wife. And they do that, what's it called? Curling? That thing that you slide across the ice. And yeah, that dude's called, yeah, he's playing curling, I guess. And then, oh, he has a perfect shot, of course. And then they're celebrating. So now after Slovenia is greatly positioned after Poland, because it's like the opposite of what we've seen with Poland here right now. So let's see. Slovenia is coming up. Oh, I'll scratch myself. So the baby boy was delivered. Oh, his wife is on the backdrop, a picture of her, like a video of her. There was a real video, I think, when she was sick, because she looks unhealthy in that video. Oh, that is clever. All close-ups of him right now. It's the stage is very like orangey golden close-ups. Yeah, they do like homemade videos, like from like whatever they recorded. Oh, like them being happy as a family. So it's very touching. And they're beautiful like lights effect, like stars in the back. I'm listening right now, so I'm just wondering why I'm not talking. All close-ups right now of him. It's very intimate. Very still red and orangey, the lighting. Okay, those two individuals. Now he's upside down during the second chorus. Held by those two individuals. I personally don't think that's needed. I think he done in the national final as well, right? And now he's just hanging. I wonder if that was meant that they were supposed to still stand there, or it just took them too long. So those two individuals that helped them up, they were standing there for like 30 seconds. I don't know if they were just supposed to be not in shot. He sounds good. He certainly is giving us the energy needed for the song. Now, during the bridge, we have a few more wider shots. And now we're at the part that you all have seen in the video, I think. Yeah. So his wife should pop up any moment now. So his energy is on point, though. There's his wife. So he gets the message of the song. I still think this whole upside down thing was unnecessary. I understand that his life was upside down. It takes away from the very soft and like emotional moment. And I don't know if it was an accident, but those two stage people or dancers, they were there for like 15 to 20 seconds holding him up. So I don't know if they didn't get him in position on time or they're supposed to be there. I am not quite sure. So now we're moving on to Estonia. And I was going really fast, so I got to do talking, and I don't have much time to look at the chat right now, so forgive me. So keep in mind, this is a rehearsal. So these are the things that will be ironed out. We have another rehearsal tomorrow afternoon, and then in the evening, we have the full show. And if something goes wrong in the actual show, he gets to perform again, because that's what's not his fault. Oh, they stood there during the national final as well. Okay, so that was intended then. It just seems like okay, it takes a little bit of the magic, but that's just me. I think they shouldn't have been there because at some point they do leave. Then he just hangs there by himself. Okay, Estonia, I missed the card. Forgive me because there's so much going on. The first 30 seconds, because that is the clip that was shown in those videos on YouTube or TikTok or wherever they put it. So that's where we are. The curtain on the LED opens, and he's holding his cup. Oy. Oh, his voice is not good. I'm sorry. Yeah, so vocally it's not great. But I don't think... So he's just dancing while the bodyguards are standing there still, those two. He's blowing a kiss into the camera. And then another security guard gives him another cup to drink. Now it works better. Okay. When he gets like in the cartoony voice. And the security guards are like touching him up to see if he has anything. In the backdrop, they have the Winner's Cafe. So, they have like lots of colors on the LED floor. They see them dancing. Yeah, the dancers just do their thing. It's a very colorful. Now there are flying objects in the backdrop. Oh, and that's his airplane. Tommy Cash. It's bouncing. Oh, the airplane is dancing in the back, like it's flapping in the air. It's very concerning. It's concerning because it's so big and it's dancing. It's a cool moment. It works well when he's doing the verses. And there's Tommy Wood in the backdrop. Oh. Oh! They have somebody storming the stage. It's a fake fan. Pretending like he's storming, like interrupting the performance, and then dances with him. It's like a little girl. And then they carry her off. Like, get off the stage! And then he's like swimming in coffee beans. It's just visually crazy. Okay. Espresso Macchiato. The staging is wild. It's fun. Like the fake fan that they bring on that dances the electric for 15, 20 seconds with him. It's a really, really cool moment. And then he lays on the LED floor, headshot view, and like coffee beans spinning around him. It's very busy, colorful, enjoyable. staging, his vocals. And I'm sorry, I'm trying to be always respectful, but we know that he's not necessarily the best vocalist. I'm a little bit concerned about that. I am a little bit concerned. It was off-putting. And keep in mind, I'm still coming into this with fresh ears. I didn't listen to it in the national final and see how good or bad he was. They're asking a question. There's a pause right now after the first 4 songs. They said, who is not from Switzerland? But yeah, the staging of Estonia was pretty phenomenal. Absolutely fun. As long as people can look past the vocals and it doesn't take them out too much. With juries, I'm completely concerned with Estonia, but there are no juries in the semis, so I just feel a little less confident, but I could be wrong. It's still a fun song, though. So the song, it just... What's DJ Bobo what? Oh, they're going to have DJ Bobo? That takes me back to my childhood. He was huge when I was a kid. They're playing a song. Yeah. Chihuahua. Wow. Chihuahua. So they have the whole audience sing along. To the, oh, Chihuahua. And then we get a screen, of course, a shot of the script, actually the screen. If the juries were there, I lost that. It would have been difficult tonight for Estonia. Depends on if they're going to be in the top 5 with the televoters or not. But if they only come like 6 or 7 with the televoters and juries would have been in here, you can make a case. Okay, now they're playing a video of... Okay. There's some ironing out that needs to get done here because they showed a weird clip of people dancing, but now they're showing the audience and random people dancing on stage. I don't know if this is just like a time to kill, you know, I don't know. I don't know if this will be part of the live stream, the live show, by the way. Oh, it was a famous song. I didn't... Verna Tobats. It's a famous song. That was a famous song from like back in the day. Oh, they do the chicken dance? Dance, little birds, and they're all doing the chicken dance. Why are we doing the chicken dance? Is that a Swiss song? Was that created in Switzerland, so they all have to do it? Oh my god. We're doing the chicken dance, y'all. Da 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 da. I'm like, I don't know if is that also written in Switzerland? Swiss people, help me out. Chicken Dance was written by a Swiss composer, that's why. Okay, well, we get the Swiss chicken dance there as well. I'm just so confused. Okay, so now I get like they were just playing random famous songs that are originally from Switzerland. It just confused me. But to be fair, I didn't listen to everything that they were saying because I was talking over them. Now they're talking about the Big 5. They're talking about the Big 5. Okay, because Spain is next, right? So they're just announcing how the top 5 work. The Big 5 works. My nose is just tickling. I need to blow my nose. They're just announcing that you can enjoy the performances, but you cannot vote for them. So Spain is next. I'm watching paying close attention to Spain, only because I am. I wasn't Zjerm is where we're going right now, by the way, with Spain. The clip didn't convince me. So she's coming out of a building in Lucerne, and she's hugging another woman. They're like, "Hi, girl." And then she walks inside a coffee shop, and she's putting on an apron. And she's chocolate. So she's like whisking some chocolate, Swiss chocolate, because duh. She's making like little pasties or candy, chocolate stuff. Okay. Okay. We do know Spain has a big prop, right? The big stairs. Let's see. Oh, they have silhouette effect, like a little tango sun. She's wearing a hat. You only see her silhouette. She's black. Profile view. It's a close-up. Although you can see her red fingernails. That's okay. Now we can see her face as she turns. It's just black and white, but her face is like lit in red. Oh, she has a. Okay, so the dancers were like hiding behind underneath her black long train that she's wearing. So she's wearing black, like she's at a funeral almost. Then she's throwing her hat away. Close up. Oh, and then they have the. Okay, so it's a big curtain that hangs from the ceiling, and she comes behind the curtain. How can there be such a big curtain? And now she's wearing her glittery silver outfit. So she switches from black to now the silver stuff seen in the clip. Entertainment-wise, this is good. Now she's again by herself in front of that big, big curtain. There's a shot from above. She's kneeling and she's doing like this. I can't do it because I hurt my back. Now she's turning around, so the audience is behind her. That probably gives time to fix whatever now we have to see next on stage. So it's spinning the camera as she's walking. Okay. Oh, okay. So the curtain drops now, and that's when the stairs are visible. So the curtain wasn't even that high up. It's just the fact the way they did it was quite effective with the camera. It looked like a huge curtain that would cover the whole stage, but it was actually just, a few feet high. It was just really good camera work. So now there's the instrumental part. Lots of lights flashing, black and white and green. Note. She sounds good. Better than in the clip, I will say. Well, they're like rocks flying in the back, like they're like pillars that slowly break and turn into rocks flying across the stage. The rain, the fireworks, pyro rain is happening here while she's standing on the stairs. They have a lot of tricks up their sleeves here. Oh! I looked away for 1.5 seconds, maybe, and I think the dancer at the very end, the last note, spins her around and then holds her. That was a cool ending. Okay, I think, yeah, that one dancer runs up and then spins her around and then holds her and then... So, I don't know what will happen, but it's visually, it's stunning. And Ukraine is next. They're going to Basel. That's what the card says. And there are some kind of abandoned playground or something, or some, I don't know, some nature reserve, eco thing. And I'm sorry, I know there are probably questions in the chat, but I cannot do everything. They're making some very healthy food, I think. Is it cheese fondue? Oh, yeah, it's fondue. They're doing fonduing. I love fondue. Now I'm hungry. I haven't eaten today, y'all. I just realized. And it's 12:30 here. Okay, now we do have in Ukraine here. We know they got rid of their props, but one thing we know about Ukraine, they always have something up their sleeves. So the first shot is only a very dark shot of the backup singer doing her pretty note. You can't even really see her face. It's just like a little bit light on her. Now you can see it. Oh, she is having like a light on her hand that glows, and then it flies away. And then the lead singer comes up. He was... The lighting, the filter that they're using, the Vaseline filter, it's like always like, very pink. It's like pink and green, the lights. It almost looked almost a little washed out. It's a very Instagrammy filter. You kind of saw it in the clip. I'm begging you. It's very pink, the stage, and greenish. So you've seen the clip that's like kind of similar. The three backup singers, the drum player and the guitar player, the bassist, I think. So it's all about the lights that the backup singers have, you know, in their hand. The stream's a little choppy right now. I personally struggle with that filter that they're using. Okay, so we see that the headshot, the drummer has like a really cool train like coat that he's wearing. I couldn't tell what it was, but they focus on that for a moment. Vocally, I'll give that an 80, an 8 out of 10. There are some little moments here, like where it sounds real, at least, you know, like it's a live performance, not off-putting. Okay, wait. It has some cool effects. Okay, the camera froze for a second because it was all black as he was singing. This staging is definitely more of a mood. It's very difficult to explain. There's not many like props that they're using. It's just him, the two band members, and the three ladies. Ooh, the last shot is really pretty. It's like green lights, almost like a tunnel of lights as he's standing there. Very symbolic. It's very pretty. I don't know if it's as impactful as I thought it was going to be. But it'll qualify. I'm surprised they have such a stripped down staging with this. Sweden is next, so that's of course a big one. All right. Magalingen, is that what it says? I couldn't read that. That's where Sweden is going. So there's like a strong guy standing on a podium doing this, and they're shaking hands, and they're running down the stairs somewhere. It's probably a famous person in Switzerland that I don't know who that is. And they're doing sumo wrestling. They make the guys sumo wrestle. I did not know that was Swiss. Okay. All right. Let's grab. Let's go. Sauna. I don't have to explain all the details you've seen in the national final performance. I just focus on differences. Yeah. They talk about the sausage being bigger. I guess it's a little bigger, but it's not. I thought it would be like gigantic. Okay, yeah, I'm just trying to see the backdrop. You know, they have the trees there, the smoke effect. It sounds way more live. I don't mean that in an insult, because you know, in Melodifestivalen it was all just pre-recorded. The backdrops, the back vocals. But the choreography is the same. During the chorus, we have a big forest in the back. The choreography, nothing has changed. The camera work. I mean, I'm sure there's some minor changes because they have to scale it down from 7 to 6. But it looks great. We're getting very technical here, like, you know, splitting hairs. I like this better than the national final performance, actually, because I prefer the richness of the live vocals. Even there may be, you know, perfect imperfections in there. Sauna. I will say that shot right now during the second course, I think it's too red. You cannot, maybe it's the quality of the live stream, but you cannot see faces. It's too red. Oh, yeah, I don't like the shot. You cannot see them at all. They have to have lights on them. I understand I want to have the red heat, but it wasn't bad in the clip. You remember the clip, right? So that's the part, yeah. They need to fix the lighting there. Yeah, it looks very similar. During the during the bridge, lots of pyros everywhere. Some people may say that this is less good because vocals are, not pre-recorded, but I like it better, actually. Now they're doing the same thing, the up and down, but they're not sitting on the sauna. They're actually standing in front of the stage. I would have preferred if they would have do the sitting part, but hey. Yeah, so I will say it looked very similar to what I saw in the national final, and you should be happy. Vocals, of course, are live now, which I like better, actually, than some bad. So I will say that some of the shots, as I pointed out, were too red, and I didn't like that. Lavo, whatever that was. That's where we're going with Portugal, I guess. So I don't know where they are, the Portuguese band, but they're in some kind of winery, I think. Yeah, they opened some wine. Doing some wine tasting. Not my area of expertise. That's what Portugal's doing. Wine tasting, y'all. Okay, let me see. How was Poland's performance? Well, it was great. It was probably my favorite so far. Now, with this staging, we probably expect, when I say simple, I don't mean it in insult, because it's a simple song, so you cannot have cartwheels and stuff. So the early shot is just the lead singer standing there with his guitar, walking down the catwalk. Beautiful orange lights behind him. It's very dark mood. And then you see a big planet behind him and the sky, the space. But with orange lights, just creating this little, like, it certainly brings down the energy, for the lack of a better word, after Sweden that was so loud in your face. This is very calming. It's just really simple staging, actually. He screamed. Do they scream in the live performance as well? It's like, double! Did they do that? That took me out. It seems like a very simple staging, as expected. Lots of close-up of the bands. Different colors on stage. There's not like much happening on the backdrop right now. There's like a plane flying, like a cartoon flight, like very small, towards cartoon clouds. I have not much to say here. It's really just them playing, having fun on this big stage, which seems too big for them. The shots are really far out here, I don't like the shots. I will say he sounds good. He sounds really good. I don't like the camera shots in this one. It's hard to explain, but they're not always focused. Like that random profile shot. Mm, mm, hmm. I'm thinking. Yeah, I feel bad. I'm not saying much, but it's just kind of like it's happening. You know, it's if you like that song, you'll like it. I think, but it has zero impact. Like this, in the way it ends, it's just too simple. Yeah, I wasn't. They sounded good. It was enjoyable for that, but it just left no impact on me. And it was camera work. I was not crazy about it. Um. So yeah, I am a little confused. So we're moving on to Norway, and we're going to Eknach in Switzerland, which is a beautiful rural area, I guess. He's in a forest walking along, like there's another Swiss person that I'm sure is famous that I don't know who that is, and he's getting a scarf. What is that? Like some kind of are they like Boy Scouts? They're going to like they're Boy Scouting. They're going to like a forest and a bunch of tents, and they're going marshmallows. Is it marshmallows or bread? I don't know what it is. It's not marshmallows. What do they do about campfires? They're having a campfire and they're doing non-s'mores. um, okay, let's see. I mean, I would assume it's close to the what we see in the national. I didn't see the national final. I just had clips of it. So he's sitting between his weird pillar, you know, those 2-stone pillar. I'm listening. Those two dancers come up now behind them. So, okay, yeah, it looks very national, kind of what you expect. It's very red, the lights. I don't think that song had the power until the lighter part comes. I'll be on lighter. His voice is a little not stressed. He's stretching a little his voice. A little breathy. Now keep in mind, any criticisms that I point out right now, they could completely be fixed by tomorrow night. But it's just it's like now during the second chorus, there's like flames, like the whole stage is like a row of flames, lots of close up. And now I'm thinking it's really the camera, the live stream here that's just because he's also super red and hard to see. I think it's just the quality of the live stream. I was pointing that out during Sweden earlier. Yeah, I feel like he's trying to sing well and it sounds good, but it's just on the verge of being sharp. Now the dancey part comes in, the instrumental. It looks great. The shots are boom, boom, boom. That's when the pyros come up. Boom, boom, boom. That's not like things happening on the backdrop and with like items, just colors, you know, red. And now the part that you've seen the clip is happening, the blue lights hitting him. He hits that not big note well. Yeah, he just sounds very much out of breath. So, but it's still a good song. You know, it's like has all the ingredients to qualify. So yeah, I can't say I'm like jumping out of my chair for this, but oh my god, I take it all back. The way he looked into the camera, the relief and the smile, I wanted him to call because he's such a sweet boy. Oh, I can't explain. His eyes was like puppy eyes. He's like, thank you. And I was like, oh, Norway for the win. No, it was very Jungfrauenhoch, something like that. I couldn't see it. Okay, so Belgium is next. Oh, he's also up in the mountains with his red outfit. He's getting a lock. He just pops. And then they go next to a red funicular, or is that a train? He's going through some ice tunnel. And he's sliding through that tunnel a little bit. And once they get out of it, are they on Matterhorn or something? No, they're on Jungfraujoch. Jungfraujoch, okay. And he's putting up a lock there, as the souvenir thing. So there was a little bit of hype about Belgium. Oh, nice. I know Kyle gave his puppy eyes, and I was like, vote for him. So strobe light starts as close up, very red. Shocker. Stop the press. Oh, he sings it very low. Everything up in space. Oh. Lots of red. He does a. And then it goes quiet for a second. And then you see like red triangles with eyeballs inside. There's lots of red lights. You can picture it. Just him right now, at least. I don't see anybody else. He sounds fantastic. Okay, now you can see himself. You can see actually Red Sebastian on the backdrop. Like a little effect, walking effect there. Oh, he's on the front of the stage where the catwalk's at. Oh, no, he's interacting with himself on the LED floor. Like it's him and the LED floor. I'm listening. Okay, that part is awesome. As he was building to his high note, it sounded great. That's when the dancers slowly coming up, but they're not like dancing; they're almost like standing like statues a little bit, just very simplistic moves. This is a powerful moment when he hits that first big note. It's very red. I mean, we all knew that. Now they're doing like little like choreography dancing, very subtle, but now it's getting actually a little less red. Now they have like more like white, bluey lights on there, but that lasted 3 seconds. We're back to red. Okay, now he's screaming, "Come on, you're a party with me." And then he's standing in the front of the stage again. Now there's a little more white lights, but still red. That's what's running off the dancers now. He's hitting the big note again. Oh, there are like dozens of people now in the backdrop dancing like it's a rave. It's a cool moment. And yes, there are plenty of strobe lights if people are wondering. That's all there is, this performance. Strobe lights. It's what it does. It really creates a moment, right? And that's what you want to do. This is very different from the song before, and probably going to be very different from the song after. The question is, will it work for people? Because this kind of music, this kind of genre, often kind of, I wouldn't say flop, but certainly underperforms at Eurovision. But he has a fantastic voice, and those are the moments that really make it shine. And it's visually just absolutely eye-catching. Okay, we're taking another break right now. So we're going to get Italy next. It looks like they needed a little break to put Italy up with those big amplifiers, I guess. But I don't know if this was scheduled or not, the pause, because I think they needed a few extra seconds. Because it was only like a 10-second pause there. Okay, I'm keeping a close eye on the chat as well, so don't think I'm not looking, but at some point we'll get like more time to talk and you can ask more questions. So as a reminder, Italy has, I forgot where I didn't see where he's going, but he's on a tram, like a little tram throughout the city over a bridge, and then he's asking people to come on board with him, and he's handing them tickets. It's like an old-fashioned tram, actually, for the city. Looks pretty. Okay, so now we're getting Italy. As a reminder, they're pre-qualified, but they still get to perform here. So he starts out playing on the piano, his guitar laying on top of the piano. The big-ass amplifiers filling up the stage. What kind of piano is that? It's not a grand piano. It's ridiculous. It's like it has this long wing. It's like odd. So it's him and only the guitar player, the backup singer. It's a very calm song, as you know. It's a very old school camera work as well, like from back from the 80s. You know, just a little zoom in here, zoom out, zoom overhead view. There's some smoke effect now as he's playing the piano. But now in the first chorus. Na, 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 na. So yeah, I thought there would be more people, but it's really just him and the guitar player, bass of it. And yes, it has the lyrics on screen. Now he gets up, by the way, and grabs his own guitar to the center stage. This is the kind of song where I wish we had a live orchestra. That would be so much more rich, the sound, because it's a very charming, very sweet song. Like, you cannot hate on this song. It's just, it's a little classy, but it's also a little calm. Now we get into the part, of course, that you've all seen in the clip, rehearsal clip, where the guy runs up and sings with him. It is so old-fashioned, and I mean, it was okay. Now during the bridge, he finally grabs his microphone and walks up to the front of the stage. Both of them together, actually. So he's playing the harmonica live. It almost sounds like he's playing it live. So he stops singing and playing the harmonica. Is that what he does in the Sanremo as well? I didn't see it. I find this terminally charming because it's really just the old Eurovision vibes that we're getting here. And for that alone, I'm gonna applaud. Will this work in the year 2025? That is a question. He's playing live the harmonica, actually. I thought it was not allowed to play live instruments. I guess harmonicas are the exception, huh? It's a very simple, I mean, they have the big amplifiers, that weird-looking piano, and then that's about it. And you don't see any backdrops, you don't see any major there's some lighting, all that stuff, yeah. And then maybe some minor things, but the amplifier is blocking basically the entire view. Women women don't talk about weight except tonight, because Eurovision. Maximum weight for one prop element is 200 kilogram, 220 centimeters. Is the height the highest? Okay. Learning, learning, learning. I've been saying Italy could be an underdog in the jury voting. What you think? I don't think so. I don't think the song itself is vocally demanding enough for it to be like a jury magnet. But that's just my gut feeling. They're throwing something into the audience, the hosts. It's holding a chicken. Irish sexy turkey being thrown. Somebody grabbed it. Okay, so yeah, they're just doing a little like talkie right now. Another pause while we're waiting for the next song. They're giving us a history. We're starting with Azerbaijan 2017. Oh, but Turkey, Dustin the Turkey from 2007. Oh, Italy 2017. We get a clip. Probably animals on stage. Norway. Give that wolf a banana. I think they're just doing like animals at Eurovision. Oh, and the guy from San Marino riding a bull. 2022. Stripper. Let's see who else. TikTok the hamster wheel. Got it. Oh, and the vampire under the ladder, Melvin. I mean, maybe that's just props more than anything. That's not even an. Oh, and Azerbaijan 2019 with those arms. These are just props, I think. Oh, no rules. The nudity. It's how I learned to fly. No rules. Oh, of course. Zero gravity. Kate Miller-Heidke. She had to be on there when it comes to props. And then there is Sweden, Tattoo Lorraine. So all these set pieces slash props. I don't know which one they're going for. I missed that. And then next is, so yeah, all the crazy set pieces, some of the props. I don't know which one they're focusing on. Oh, and that's it. So 5 more countries to go, y'all. But even when they're done, we finally get to see the interval acts and then the fake voting. Well, the fake qualifiers. Very important, right? That's why we're here. Okay, next up is Azerbaijan grabbing their card. And they are going to Zurich. Zurich, y'all. So they're on in some kind of backyard garden. They're like in some kind of big eco garden. They're planting plants, and then people bringing out food. They all do some barbecue. They're decorating a table where they can do food. Yep. That's the card in a nutshell. Okay, so yeah, the cards are just, you know, giving them a little bit insight into Zurich with the acts kind of being highlighted, which it's nice. All right, here we go. Ready. So lots of red in the beginning. So you just see the red backdrop while you can just see the acts, the band like standing there very still. You only see them basically the silhouettes. It's very, very, very red. Red Sebastian would be jealous. B. The voice, he sings by himself, so props for that. But I was shaky. But once the backup choir comes in, it sounds good. So there are 3 dancers, right? Okay. So they're definitely doing some good energy here. The stage, again, very orange, close up. We know they have that big circly ring thing up there. And in the backdrop, you know, that you saw all these dancers and those arches. It's vocally not as strong as I wanted it to be. But what's the name of that traditional guitar that he plays? I forgot the name of it. It's a cool moment, but they almost don't show him enough with that, because then they zoom into the guy with the guitar. And then the shouty part comes in there. and it changes completely the color, and the guitarist hits the camera and then spins around back to the lead singer. Yeah, those verses, they're not good, y'all. Mm. Do, uh-huh. That's when it's get good. Uh-huh. When I do, uh-huh. That's when I really enjoy it. I will say though, the camera work is pretty good. Like it seems just a rest. I need to see the because even this live stream, the cut there's always anything that's red and orange is like so dramatic in this live stream that you can barely see the people. So, but that's just the quality of the live stream. I figured that one out. I thought it was only Sweden, but then like Norway, Azerbaijan. Oh, he hits that really big. Oh, and then the ring comes down. Oh, it's just an abrupt ending too. I can see in his face that he was not thrilled with his performance there. He was like, "Thank you, Europe," and then he left. Yeah, again, it's a rehearsal, so we need to keep that in mind. I don't know. It has the punch right now. This performance for me to go like, "Oh, that's a qualifier." So, yeah, there's a little pause right now. So, yeah, I mean, and those who've seen my ranking, I love Azerbaijan, the song, but I'm not sure. Okay, so after San Marino, they go to Bruxelles. What? It goes so fast, I cannot see the name. And he's in somewhere again in a very foresty area, crossing a bridge, and he's walking up to an older lady, hugging her, and they're standing in front of a water wheel. And then he is like a windmill, and he's putting and he's making it move. So they're creating flour, maybe. I don't know. So something like that. So no, San Marino, I love that song. I was worried about the staging because it's maybe a little bit too static. So we'll see if it's really too bad on camera, if the camera does a lot of the heavy lifting. So let's see. The way I do. Uh-huh. Okay, the big Italian statue raises like at the beginning. So they have close-ups of the singers with their masks on, and the statue in the backdrop is chewing. Then shows on the left side. Oh, it's like it almost gets like that. That creature is flippin' creepy. Okay, now I'm creeped out. It just like, oh my god, it's crazy. It has like crazy eyes. Oh, it's that bubble. It's chewing gum, and now it's having a bubble gum. A big purple gumball popping up on Backstrap. That's funny, but the face. Oh, and then it splashes in his face. Tutta Italia, tutta Italia, tutta Italia, tutta Italia. Like, it sounds good. They actually sound really good singing. I'm glad they have a lot more close-ups to the singers. I thought they're not going to show them all. Of course, Gabriel, he has plenty of it. The band, they have like accordion player and in the front, like a few instruments playing instruments, but they're not that much focused. And they have a bunch of statues spinning in the back now. The stage is very purpley pink. Oh, Vitruvian Man. They have a Vitruvian Man also. I thought that's Cyprus. And the Vitruvian Man turns into like a coin. I think we're now getting to the part that y'all have seen. I will say the camera is pretty active. So that adds more energy. I can only imagine how boring it must be watching this in the arena. I don't agree with the decision to have the band playing in the front with the accordion because they're just standing in spots. And you barely ever see them. They're useless. But the camera's doing a good job. adding a lot more movement. It sounds so good though. 3. Oh, he says 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the accordion player comes in again. Okay, now they bring the band playing a little bit more actively. I think that's a chance to qualify. And there's another. It's like Zeus holding up. I mean the. No, I mean I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Yeah, would I prefer them to actually have dancers and stuff? Like, sure, but it has a great energy. So I think this has a shot still. Moving on to Albania. They're going to Basel as well. And they are, again, somewhere in nature, I think. Oh, they're going to, like, a park. We are poems. Yeah, there's, like, some public park or so. And there's, like, a building or a museum. Yeah, then, like, some kind of museum with, like, art. Like, nature. Yeah, they're showing, like, art. Like, paintings and frames and what they mean, and they look at them together. Whatever. Now I'm really curious what Albania has to offer. So she's in the front of the stage. Gorgeous dress. It's all very red, as expected. But she's active already. She's like moving. She's connecting with the camera. She's walking towards the main stage now. The backdrop is all just very red and red lights, strobe lights. She's walking up to the microphone stand where you can see all the little IKEA lamps, I always call them, those rectangular boxes. And he's standing in the back. So the chorus comes in. It's still very red, but with some white lights. She sounds great. Just a banger. Yeah. She's doing her dance, this whole some pyros here and there, but she's just dancing like it's mesmerizing while he's standing there, and they have a really nice up ahead shot and the lights and pyros. It looks beautiful. And now the dark part comes in. Boom, clap, clap, boom. And now she's hitting the drums, I think. No, actually, she's singing. I thought she was. Oh, there's some bad shots because the camera was blocking his face. He just stares at her. He never looks in the camera. He stares at her. Very intense. And the stage is like one half is red, the other one is white. It's like almost the two contrasts. So she's on the red side, he's on the white side, the light side. It's like a big triangle. And they're being cut in the middle. There's like a line. Like they're on different pages almost. And then it goes back to her and she starts singing. It's a cool effect. It looks great. It's powerful, y'all. If you like the song, you'll be happy with this. There's some flames coming up there in the back now, like on the LED screen, but the pyros are coming as well. Just hitting those high notes. Sounds good to me. Yeah. God, she just demands your attention. Oh, it's good. It's so good, y'all. Very happy. So, Albania fans, relax. Relax. You're good. You're good. Next up is the Netherlands, and Claude is gonna go to Phil. I couldn't read this. It's so fast. Phil Stewart. Oh, he's on a train through the snow. He's waiting at a train station, very snowy, smiling as someone greets him, hugging that woman. Oh, they're going into the food cart. He's gonna sit like in a nice, and he's gonna get a nice meal, which in Switzerland's probably 300 euros or Swiss. I don't know the exchange rate. Yeah, just a train that goes through places. All right, next up. I know a lot of people want to hear how he sounds, so I will pay attention to this more than this. Actually, both. But if I'm not talking, it's because this. Oi. Wow. Oh, that was a nice moment. He showed up at this microphone just making some movements before the music even played. It's a close-up. It's just him at close-up like this. Like almost like you, the camera moves a little bit. He sounds great. It sounds good to me. So that's a so that's when he starts the two dancers coming in. It's always very close up. Now he's in the middle of the three violin players. Around so now he's always came up focus on him. Never on anything else. The rest are just accessories, which makes sense. Sounds better than in the clip. A little bit out of breath at times. I think people still complain about his vocals, but for someone who only hears it once, and it's nice. It's really nice. Oh, that shot is really nice. That's a nice shot. Like it's almost like bubbles across. I cannot explain it. Now he's singing to his mirror, where his kid version of him is. They're doing that dance, the interpretive dance together. It's a cool moment. I like the staging is good. Maybe people will have different opinions. I liked it. I thought it was beautiful staging. The focus was always on him, and everybody else in the background was just there. And so he was time to be with the violin players. They were around him, but the camera always followed him. I didn't pay attention to the one shot thing, but it was just really, really. I liked it. The mirror thing is really cool at the end. Yeah. Some people say like, well, he's not the most. What's the best word to use? Consistently vocally not consistent, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad, y'all. Like people overanalyzing this. I liked it. Does he dance at all? Yes, he danced quite a bit. During the La 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 Vie, he spins around, and then there were like a few moments where he dances. Like the clip you saw from the clip that they released, the EBU, he dances in there a little bit, right? So, but it's not that much. But he moves quite a bit at some point. So it's a very intimate staging. Like it's very nice. Focus on him. I loved it. Anyways, now I had to explain so much about this. Now I've missed Croatia's card. Thanks a lot, y'all. So he's standing in front of the cauldron with green lights, so very witchy. The cauldron has like red lights coming out of them. It's also got very dark, like green and red lights. His face lit red. So when he's good thing, then when it's all flashes, green and red, and zoom in, zoom out. Very busy, lots of shortcuts, quick cuts. He's still working the camera club quality is not that great here. Yeah, it's all very purple now when he does the lullaby part. I expected more than just the cauldron sitting there like, wait, the camera is just hard. There's a lot of flashing and lights going on and lots of quick, fast cuts that it's hard for your eyes to adjust. And the quality of the stream is the colors are so extreme that it's sometimes hard to see them. But they have this overlay effect here as well. You know, like almost like static feel. Then 4 dancers behind him. Days. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry, I just fucked. No, the dancing here during the lullaby thing or the nursery rhyme, it's always very purpley pink. I wish I would have gotten more literal with that. I'm sure you have a lot of more questions afterwards. I kind of describe everything. But during the bridge part, there are like purple lights up there. I think that's one we saw in the clip, right? And he throws his jacket. Yeah. And then the lights turn yellow and golden. And boom, 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 poison. And then I get that weird overlay effect on the camera. Shaky screens, him shouting. Fires. It's much darker than I expected the staging to be. I thought it's going to be more playful. Okay, yeah. So I will say that it's a little bit too dark for my. I wish I would have leaned more into the playfulness of the song, you know, the nursery rhyme and then the crazy dramatic stuff. But it sounded okay to me vocally. Like it was shouty. That's the song. It's just very shouty, and he shouted well. So it's a little bit more patience. Then we have the pause here. So now we're gonna have Switzerland, right? To talk about a hot barista in Costa Rica. Okay, I've been to Costa Rica, but I didn't see a hot barista. But also didn't go to a coffee shop, so that's a different story. So now it's Switzerland's turn. Let's see where Switzerland is going in Switzerland. Zoe is going to end up in Basel again. And she is by the river in the industrial area. She's working at the port maybe or something like that. Just getting on a ferry. Oh, she gets to ride the ferry. Oh, it's a container ship container. Never mind. It's not a ferry. You couldn't tell initially. Anyway, she's on a boat. So I'm very curious about this one. Again, Switzerland's already pre-qualified, so this one don't matter in terms of qualification chances, but it still gives us a good idea of what to expect. And keep in mind, then we have Cyprus, and then we get the Innoval Act and the fake results. And we don't know what the Innoval Acts are yet, right? So stick around. Okay, the shot begins. That's a clip we saw in the preview video, right? She seems to be sitting somewhere, singing into a microphone. I assume she's playing the piano. I can't tell. It's so intimate, so close, the shot. It's beautiful. So the microphone is on a microphone stand as she's singing into it, but we have no idea what's happening. It's just her close-up right now. The chorus comes in. Oh, she's not actually playing the piano. She's just standing with the microphone stand there. It's sideways, actually. And then she's reaching to the camera, and it gets blurry. She's not singing up like this. Oh, it's so pretty. So fragile. And then a few little lights in the back. I think it's the audience. It's their wristbands. And it's all close-ups, y'all. There's not been one shot that has been further out. Now the camera slowly spins around her. Oh, and there's a big light coming. But then it goes back. Oh, that was a cool. It's hard to explain, but it's like the light pops up and then it goes away once she starts singing again. And then you see the audience just lit up. Lights slowly moving. It's beautiful. She sounds great. Now they're zooming out a little bit as she's sitting in a chair. And you just see the lights of the audience. Oh. There's a little bit of wind machine action going on as well, I think. Here comes the bridge. Oh, now where it gets intense, the lights turn blue, flashy. There's like some anger, like frustration coming out there. The camera is spinning wild. Oh. Oh, and then she's moving like this. Yeah. And then it slows down again. Oh. That got me there for a moment. That was beautiful, y'all. Then she went in that big note after the angry moment, that angelic part, and it ripped my heart into pieces. Absolutely beautiful, y'all. Oh my God, I didn't see that. I made it all the way, y'all. This close to the end. Oh my God, where's my water? I need water. Absolutely beautiful, y'all. It's one of the most beautiful stagings you can imagine. It's hard to explain, you have to see it, but it's so intimate, so close. And the way it's been, and then when she moves into that big note after that aggressive, like the way they made it so aggressive, the bridge part and the lights, and then it went back to the angelical part and the transition. It's just scream. Okay, you'll love it. I cannot wait for y'all to see it. All right, we're moving on to Cyprus. He's in some club dancing. That's all I can see. Sorry, I'm still calming down. Woo! All right, you gotta pay attention to the scaffolding. You all saw the first 30 seconds, so I don't have to explain that. I'm so famous for my beauty. Who am I? So the Vitruvian Man right now. It's kind of funny how San Marino, I think, has it first. Yeah, this is all still the part that we've seen, so I don't have to explain. He jumps down now the scaffolding. So this is where it takes over. The new part. Hush, hush. So he's standing. It's just lots of flashing lights. He's standing next to scaffolding. They're tipping over the scaffoldings, like almost like on waves, like left and right. Then they're spinning them around. He's standing on the scaffolding while the dancer's spinning them around on the scaffolding. Now we just see the silhouettes as they're dancing. It's just black and white, the staging. He's climbing through the scaffolding close-ups. It looks like a big L. That's my heartbeat. So just climbing as they're all like around. It's definitely very demanding physically. They have to ride in the right spot at all points. Then it turns red, now the light, where the hush hush comes in. It's just a lot of climbing up and down the scaffolding. You know, it's like they're lying down. Not they, the scaffoldings, I should say. It's still red. So now it's like a really red just effect, almost like think of Switzerland 2019. She got me. I'm not whelmed when it comes to the vocals. So now, I think the bridge part, okay, the camera's not working, it's black. It's entirely black. Was it on purpose? I didn't like that. Oh no, it's a close-up where it's like he's running across the stage. You just see the white light. Oh yeah, this is not working. That didn't work, whatever that shot was. And he hits that big note, which is fine. Yeah, now they're all this weirdly angled, the scaffolding. And then the camera goes like this. And then you can only see. I will say this. I mean, there was a lot of moving, and there were some misses of the camera, especially during the last part, unless it was deliberate. I hope it was not, because it looked very, very confusing. Vocally, it was average. And I thought they're going to do more with the scaffolding, like really cool silhouette effects. Maybe we didn't see them in this because it got lost. So I am not sure if this was a flawless rehearsal, because clearly some of the camera work did not come through as intended. So take this one with a grain of salt, because this clearly needs some fixing. Clearly, it's a very elaborate and very difficult camera work, and this didn't come together. Vocally, it's just a little. And maybe I was just underwhelmed with the. I thought the scaffolding going to do really cool effects, but after that, they're just lying on the ground. They're climbing on them, on top of them. They move them, they toss them, kind of thing. You know, as you can climb up and down. It's cool. But I thought they're going to be like visuals. Wow, like silhouette, and like he's actually standing really high up. But now it's just climbing around. But that is just me. I'm one random person. So now we have the two hosts and introducing the voting. So we know how that works. I don't have to explain that to you. As a reminder, we now get a recap, and then probably an interval act or two, and then we get the fake qualifiers. Now, keep in mind, this is still rehearsal. There are often delays here. Keep that in mind. Stop voting now, they're saying. Come on. And now let's take a quick look at the 15 songs of the night. I'm just repeating what they're saying. Okay, so now I don't have to explain to you what I'm not going to tell you what part of they're using, but you can any questions now that you would like to have answered that I can answer throughout this thing at ESC United in the chat. Switzerland, so underrated, magical. Yes, I mean, is it underrated though? I mean, people really like it. I mean, in the betting odds, you can make a case. But I had two big moments today in the rehearsals, and I think it was biggest Switzerland followed by Poland. I think different emotions, of course. Okay, so but yeah, it really, really touched me. Who would be your number? 5 non-qualifiers based on the rehearsals. So initially we had these 5 non-qualifiers, right? San Marino, Slovenia, Azerbaijan, Croatia, and Portugal. After today's rehearsals, I feel more confident about Portugal, Croatia, and Azerbaijan not making it. I still have Slovenia and San Marino as potential top qualifiers. The ones I'm a little bit more worried about, I mean, Cyprus is last and looks so good, but I just didn't feel the vibe. I'm a little bit worried about Norway with the staging. And could I see a world where Estonia flops? Yeah, but I don't think so. Are the hosts doing a good job? Somebody's asking. I think they're doing a competent job. There are not too many corny jokes that they're trying to do. I think those days of like over the top corny jokes that got lost in translation, they're over. It's very slick. Now there's a few little. They're not stealing the show. They're there to guide us through the show, and I think I like that better. They shouldn't steal the show, right? How did the running order feel? Visually, well balanced. So this is a good question. Let me look at the running order real quick here, because I do think some songs were a little affected, but you know, we're talking about 10 out of 15 songs qualifying. That doesn't mean they're not going to qualify. But I tell you this, the ones that really stood out to me in the running order is I'm worried that Iceland gets overshadowed by Poland, 2 upbeat songs. Poland is so dramatic, so visually, whoa, and vocally, that this could hurt Iceland. I do think that Sweden is beautifully positioned between Ukraine and Portugal. Portugal really loses a lot of steam. Like, it seems too calm after Sweden. Also, it doesn't have the impact. I think Belgium could overshadow Norway. And I could see Wolver San Marino will benefit coming after Azerbaijan. But then Albania follows, so then that's like a boom, you know. Those were the biggest surprises to me, I think I would point out. I think adding like Switzerland between Croatia and Cyprus was very, very smart. That really helps both entries. But I'm also worried that Switzerland kind of steals the show. Switzerland was just absolutely beautiful. Ugh. So that was my first impression. I'd have to think it through. Do you think the fact that there are so many upbeat tempo songs might help Slovenia getting in? Like the moment his wife comes in could get a lot of people crying. The grannies will love it. Yes, I've been saying the same thing. Like, do not sleep on Slovenia. We have no real ballads in this semi. So having Slovenia as the only true ballad in here could potentially give them that top 10 slot. If they qualify, they barely squeeze in, because I don't think it's necessarily the most memorable ballad or the strongest song in the running. But the fact that it's so, I'm gonna have to listen to this for a second. Its own thing, it's only going to work in its favor. Okay, now I have to listen again. So now we have the hosts talking again. They're talking about the first year. Wait. Start of something truly magical. Liz Asia. Oh, they're talking about Liz Asia. She passed away a few years ago. I met her, actually. Refrain. They're going to talk about the refrain. The first winning song of the Eurovision Song Contest 1956. Back then, we didn't have a top two. Like, only the winner was known. Shame she didn't get to see this win again, Liz Asia, but she was a Eurovision fan until the very end. She came to Eurovision on several occasions. I met her definitely in Denmark in 2013. Now they're talking about Celine Dion, 1988. Right now, the host reading the script. And by that, I mean, they'll all read it, but it felt very like reading it, because it was like, and now Nemo brings it back to the... So they seem to get used to the script a little better. Oh. Oh, they're singing. What do you think of Switzerland? What's the most Swiss thing from Switzerland? So they're doing like a... If you think that Switzerland is just the watch of all motherland watches. Oh, and they have yodeling. Oh, they're gonna do almost like the thing what they did in 2013 with Sweden. Instant coffee, potato peeler, and some cheese. Swiss Army knife. The electric guitar comes from Switzerland. There's an electric guitar player. What are they bringing now? The internet? No. Zipper. Muesli. They're all made in Switzerland. The internet. Oh, LSD. And when you need transparency, telephone, also made in Switzerland. Oh, they have so many things that are in Switzerland. I cannot even list them all. Made in it's funny. Theory of relativity. Switzerland. You like this? It's a fun one. Oh, there's time spinning. It's a little bit of peace, peace, love, love, but also very like what they did in 2013 with Petra Mede about Sweden. The most Swiss invention of all was born. What is it? In the mid-50s. Oh, they're talking about Eurovision. In the mid-50s of the 13th century. Never mind. When this ancient land was in desperate need of a hero who'd unite them all. The colors have changed to sepia. That's the dancers now. Welcome to this land, which in poverty as hunger, thirst, and misery. We are so poor, the cheese. Oh, God, I can't read all. Who will lead us to the light? Heidi. A Swiss cow. Oh, it's funny. It's really cute, y'all, this interval act. Oh, that's the Wicked Witch. Roger Federer. The Swiss version of Robin Hood. William Tell. Oh, it's Petra Mede. Petra is Wilhelm Tell in the interval act. It's Petra. And then she started thinking, I'm a crossbow man and a hero. And then she's playing Wilhelm Tell. She has a world without the vision, where true love is our mission. Oh, it's so good to have her back. She's still singing. Eurovision de la chanson. Like, it's like Wilhelm Tell has invented Eurovision. You call my vision Eurovision. It's all a song, by the way. It's a very cute interval. Like, now we're back to the hosts. Made in Switzerland. We celebrate Tell's vision here. Made in Switzerland. Switzerland. And now you finally understand that, like, the Swiss Eurovision is non-political, strictly neutral. Doesn't matter if you're good or brutal. Welcome gender diversity, but with decency and no nudity. Sparks and fire and crazy lightning. It's a lot of stuff. You get the idea. Is it John's tears? It's raining. It's funny, y'all. You'll love it. It's very Eurovision humor. Blame it on the Swiss. If your song won't go through. And then the fireworks now. It's all made in Switzerland song. So this. I know they're holding like fondue cheese and like sticks, giant ones. It's really fun, y'all. I love this. Absolutely what we need for an interval act. This is like grand final worthy interval act. I love that one. Absolutely nice. So this, you're all gonna love this. So be excited. So now we're probably gonna go back to another recap. And now I have time to any questions at ESC United. We are now moving. Oh no, there's a clip. They're going to talk about the opening ceremony now. So they're just going to show clips of the opening ceremony right now. I'm sure those who are interested have watched it before. So if you have any questions at ESC United that I can answer, we're going up, up, up. How is the break placement? So it's after 5 songs and then after 10 songs. I think every 5 songs they have a break. Now, there were some random breaks in between when they needed time to get the stage together, but they were very short breaks. So it works out that way. Who impressed you the most in Semi 1? Well, ironically, the one that impressed me the most is Switzerland, who is not really in the semi, but performed. It just touched. Poland impressed me a lot. Albania impressed me. Belgium impressed me. So yeah, those are like some of the biggest ones, I would say. Again, this is not like who my favorites are. I'm saying these are but those really stood out to me. If you ask me, like, got into my head kind of thing. So now they're interviewing some of the artists. Right now they're interviewing Remember Monday from the UK. Who is in trouble now? I am, if I'm going to make the wrong predictions. We'll talk about this in a second. I could see a world where Norway doesn't qualify. I could see a world where, yeah, Cyprus will qualify. They're just last in the running order. They will definitely get in, but I don't think they're going to do as well as I thought they would. It doesn't have as much of an impact as I thought it would be. What did you think of Spain? So Spain was better than I thought. And here's the thing, because the clip itself disappointed me a little. This all looks way better. There's a lot of staging, lots of props, lots of happening. There's curtains, there's stage sets going on. They have hats, they have, the curtain, they have the stairs, they have the silhouette effect. So they're all going all out, and she sounded better. Is there a world where Estonia doesn't qualify? Yes, there's a world. I think vocally it was my least favorite, but the song was strong enough for this to go through. And keep in mind, this is rehearsal. He could sound way better. Because I remember there were times where we talked about, oh, this person is not doing well. And then they slayed it in the semis. Blanche from 2017 comes to mind. So this will happen. And maybe not. We shall see. Any questions at ESC United? As always, we are now done with that thing. Breaking news at home. You are the only ones responsible for their destiny. Okay. So they're going to say it's still time to vote. Just make sure you do. Until now, Malmo 24, a Basel 25 as a host. We're getting a recap now. I don't know. They're like on the same level, I think. They're both good. Yeah, I don't think I have a favorite. Still confident in the Netherlands qualifying? Yeah, I never was not confident. Of course it'll go through. And if it don't, then you can obviously yell at me. But people get so... I don't get it. The people are so concerned. Are the clips well chosen? Not for Estonia. It was the bad vocals there. For Ukraine, it's the part from the preview video, the last chorus. Sweden is obvious. They're in the sauna, also from the clip. For Portugal, it's like, Portugal's clip, it's rando to me. For Norway, it's a big note. This is the best part of the song. Boom, boom. They're very short, these clips. Number 9. Same for Belgium. The big note is the recap. That's effective with the rave people in the back. That's a perfect clip. For Azerbaijan, it's the last final chorus as well. Italy, San Marino, obvious clip as well. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, that's the part that. It's also the end for Albania, the last moment that shows. For Netherlands, it's the first chorus, I think. Yeah, it was just him in this shot. Oh, for Croatia, it's like literally the finale, the very loud finale. And then for Cyprus, it's just somewhere in between, also the chorus. Yeah, so nothing. The only one that surprised me was Portugal. Felt very random. Yeah. So, did the live performance here make a song grow on you? Like some of you weren't fond of in studio, but the live performance you really like. Now, I mean, the song will always be the song for me, but I have a big appreciation for Belgium on what they've put together here. Just a good singer can make such a big difference. I personally prefer the whole package of Belgium over Cyprus. Okay, now we're doing the countdown, I think, of the qualifiers. So I think out of all the songs that, yeah, I mean, Belgium's still not my kind of song, but I have appreciation for the live performance. I absolutely do. Is it possible for Ukraine to not qualify? I'd be shocked. No, there's no way it's not going to qualify. Anything is possible. Here's the thing. I always say there's no such thing as 100%. There's a chance that Sweden doesn't qualify. Do you know what I mean? There could be some. That's why it's 99% or whatever. That's why I always call it obvious qualifiers, but not certain. So I would be shocked if Ukraine doesn't qualify. Okay, wait a second. Oh, so they sound like high notes for the Switzerland, Albania 2012, Croatia 96, Israel 2012. They do the really big high notes, some of the big high notes that they had, but it was very short. Oh, they're talking about the oldest in 2013, the oldest act, the 95-year-old man. I met him actually. I interviewed him. Very different, and he did all of that at 95. Let that sink in. And then the Russian grannies are being shown here. Before everybody done, da da da, da da da. Then the shoot Moldova. So lucky. Not sure what that one has to do here. They weren't old. And then they do Jedward Kiss Lipstick. Oh, highest hair. I didn't realize they have like highest hair is they do the records. Highest hair was Ireland. I didn't see the notes in the corner. Then they do most la la las in a song. Spain 1979, 152. And then most claps in a song, Austria 1976, 157. And then longest note, 17 seconds, Moldova 21. Although she didn't even really sing it. So as a reminder, before we get the fake qualifiers, we'll be back tomorrow before and after the live show for some initial like excitement talk and then frustration talk after the results. So hopefully you'll be back for that as well. Mm. Sorry, I was just listening. They're making jokes about her being old again because it's been like 34 years between her performing and hosting. It's also a new record. 80% of the costumes are recyclable. Over 80%. Still no results, no. Remember, the fake results have nothing. They mean nothing. No one, it's not going to be like the backup jury vote. It's 100% random. 30 stagehands around every prop into perfect position and rolling it on and off the stage in within 50 seconds. She couldn't say the word choreographed. See, I couldn't say it either. She was struggling like 3 times. I don't care. I don't speak English. Even the songs did not win. Still Europe's heart. So they're going to talk about some of those songs. Let's see here. I love how they celebrate the music. Like 110 million streams for Angelina from Italy last year. So they're celebrating that success. And then they're talking about Cyprus, Fuego, 112 million streams. And then they show the audience dancing to it. Ukraine 2021, Goa, 113 million streams. So they're celebrating that as well. Back to Italy again, Marco Mengoni from 119 million streams. Again, Italy, Brividi, 161 million streams. The Italians love to listen to streams. Moving on to Cha, 167 million streams. Reminder, we're learning also about that new fake qualifier thing right now. Voila from France has 173 million streams. They keep going up. What? Okay, then next is Norway, Queen of Kings, 194 million streams. Hurry, I'm of insanity. Hey! And Soldi, one of my favorites, 256 million streams. Italy owning this list, of course. Oh, snap. Y'all, that went big. 1.2 billion streams. You know, that went viral, of course. Funny, huh? So technically the most successful song then, huh? Okay. Let's see. Now there's a awkward pause for the looking into the audience. I think they're getting ready. Maybe getting the results now. We get to see how this new split screen thing will work, but they're having a pause right now. Okay, now we're just looking at a wide shot from the audience, so we'll just hang in there. Oh no, we're getting a Celine Dion message. What is she saying? Celine Dion is saying something. I'd love nothing more than to be with you in Basel right now. Switzerland will always hold a special place in my heart. It's a country that believed in me and gave me the chance to be part of something so extraordinary. When the contest was in 1988, and then she made the face, a life-changing moment for me. I'm so thankful who supported me. Now, 37 years later, it's so beautiful and emotional to see Switzerland winning and hosting this incredible event again. To the people of Switzerland, thank you for your love. This night is yours, and I hope you feel as proud as I do. And then she said something in French. Frère Jacques, dormez-vous? Oh, sur le pont d'Avignon. I don't know. Maman, maman, voilà. I don't know. A little French message there at the end. Oh, and somebody singing her. Oh, it's the artist from last year singing the song, her winning song, but a ballady version. There was Ukraine, there was Portugal, Ukraine, Lithuania, Greece. So the four from last year. All four of them are singing together now. They're just all standing in front of the stage singing it together. Very peaceful with like lights floating around. It's just a moment of celebration of that song. And Celine. It's funny because these are all the Nemo's friends, right? It's cool that they get to have that moment. It's really pretty. It's crazy that they haven't won since Celine in 1988, huh? And now they figured out Eurovision. It's like happened with Italy, with the Netherlands, now Switzerland. Who is next, the country that figures out Eurovision? I got to get the whole song, like at least 2 minutes of the song. Okay, they say Jerry Hale from Ukraine, but they showed the Greek lady. Awkward. Maria, now they're going to her, but now they're showing Ukraine. They get is Yolanda from Portugal, correct? Yolanda and Sylvester from Lithuania. Who cares? And then again, more celebration of Celine Dion, and now the two hosts in the green room with the acts who are there. Oh, so they're going to rehearse with the acts, actually, the split screen. Oh, y'all. Did you hear that? Because you just sent them back home. Or no, home, to the hotel. Okay, now they're holding baskets. The hosts. Welcome to green room. You want to be popular? Okay, they're just talking a little bit, but I think we're getting close to the new announcement. They want to make feel everyone at home. So they're handing out pillows. They want people feel at ease tonight. So they're walking up to the Netherlands. To Claude. They're going to talk to Claude. Oh, no, chocolate, not pillows. They look like pillows, but it's chocolate. Big chocolate. One for Netherlands, now one for Poland. So I'm not sure if this is just to kill time for the results to come in or testing, but it's a little act. So they're going to ask a question to, oh my God, this is awkward. They're asking a question to the not the artist, but the dancer of Poland. So the dancer answers the question. It's a rehearsal, so who cares? Okay. So now there's still the cameras like long on Poland, but it's not favoritism because the voting has closed, right? I mean, the fake voting right now. So now they're with Sweden. Sauna Man or Sauna Boys. That's what they call them. Oh, the slippers. They're also handing out slippers. Yeah, they're just doing chit chat right now. That may change. Imagine a golden ticket where you get a place in the final. How do you get? Oh, like they do on like this stupid shows. What they're called? The shows that I hate. America's Got Talent. The golden buzzer. Now, who would be allowed to hit the golden buzzer? I wish I would get chocolate's biggest pillow. Sorry, it looked like a pillow from it was like white, wrapped in white, and it was in a basket, and you just only saw it sticking out on the side. Leave me alone. Oh, and then they're handing out pillows. They're spending a lot of time with Sweden. Like, do they need the extra exposure? Okay, I'll just, I don't need to listen to this. So we'll just have to hang in there. We get the split screen any moment now. Don't leave. We need to know how it looks like, if it feels right or not. And this is not, I wasn't shading Sweden. I love the Swedish song. I love the guys. So I didn't mean like in a mean way. I just realized I could be come across as like, but there's been so much time that they're only interviewing them now. I think it's really just that they are practicing improv. Was anyone a surprise to you? Several surprises. Switzerland was a surprise. Belgium was a surprise. Poland was a surprise. So those are like 3 that stood out to me the most, I think, in terms of like, whoa moment. Reminder, this is the second out of 3 dress rehearsals. There's another dress rehearsal tomorrow afternoon, and then tomorrow evening we will have the live show, and I will be there before and after, so we can get excited together and then celebrate or cry together when our favorites don't make it. They're still with Sweden, by the way. Like it's like the Swedish Song Contest now. Here it's like, hello. Okay, they're really just playing improv, but I don't know why they're sticking that. That's not going to happen during the live show, just so you know. Let's see what they're saying. Okay, I think now they're done. Not good. Oh, never mind. They're still open, the voting. I lied. So now they do another. No, never mind. This is for a recap for tomorrow. For the Semi 2, I mean. They give a quick recap of the songs from Semi 2. That's its Ireland, by the way, in case you don't recognize it. I'm singing the SF2. La 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 la. I'm getting silly. La 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 la. Next up. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna do Austria. I'm not gonna do the notes. No, it's Greece. In Davo, 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 Davo. Dun, dun. Look at me, I'm so serving. I know the words to the Georgian song. Hallucination. Hallucination. Oh. These are from the rehearsals, the clips, people asking. Na 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 na. Now these are from rehearsals. They clearly use those clips. Oh, they didn't use the drag by the legs for Serbia. Boo! Ich komme. We get her on the big microphone, the clip for her. Okay, now they're standing at the podium, the 2 hosts. That means we'll get the results. Now, keep in mind, they will be different this time around. So I will try to describe it as much as possible. You get the idea. So they will pick 3 acts and they do a split screen between the 3 acts. And then the one of them will qualify. The others will not. That doesn't mean they're completely out. But they have to come back and hope for this next round to qualify. So we're talking to Martin Osterdahl right now. Actually, they just showed him. Martin didn't talk. He only gave the thumbs up. I think last year is still kind of fresh in everyone's mind. So now we're getting the results. Okay, let's talk. I need to focus on this, okay? The moment we've all been waiting for. We're about to announce some things will make 10 countries happy and disappoint the remaining 5. That is the game. And now let's reveal the 10 finalists from today. So they show a list of all the countries on the side. We do them in random order. We want you to feel the same suspense as the contestants. That is why we will focus on 3 countries at a time. One will qualify, while the other 2 remain in the contest until the very end of the voting. So at this point, nobody gets eliminated yet. Are you ready? Here we go. Okay, so they have Belgium, Portugal, and Slovenia as the fake qualifiers, right? Okay. Slovenia, Portugal, there's a 3-flip screen. You have the flag and the names of the countries underneath, and they're all like in the camera smiling and laughing. So Slovenia, Portugal, and Belgium. The first country going through is... the first country that's going to go through, they're going to zoom into that one right away, is Slovenia. Slovenia is the first fake qualifier. Belgium and Portugal are still fake in the running. Don't lose hope. Everything is still possible. We'll get back to you. Let's move on. Next one is Azerbaijan, San Marino, and Estonia. Who is the fake qualifier? The second finalist is... Who's the second final qualifier? Azerbaijan is the second fake qualifier. So we got Slovenia and Azerbaijan fake qualifying. Wrong. So they're standing on with them for about 30 seconds or so. So no one will be eliminated until the very end. Fake congrats to Azerbaijan. Now they zoom into Iceland, Ukraine, and Poland. They announced the 3 countries as well. So now we're with Iceland, Ukraine, and Poland. 3. So between Iceland, Ukraine, and Poland, the next country to make it fake through is Poland. Fake congratulations to you as well. And they have the acts actually in the arena, by the way, so they're fake celebrating. So the next one is Croatia, Albania, and Cyprus. Oh, I love her. She's like really playing along, like they're all just being silly on camera. She's eating chips or something. The ones going through is Croatia is through out of the next fake qualifier. Be fake happy. Poison cake. So they're going to show on the right side the 4 qualifiers, on the left side of the screen the one that's still in the running, and then the podium where they're standing in the middle. We're back to Netherlands, Belgium, and Ukraine. Who's going through here? The 5th country between Netherlands, Belgium, and Ukraine. The Netherlands is through. La la la, they play the song. So he's fake through. Na, 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 na. So they're moving on exactly to the next one right away. Norway, Iceland, and Portugal. Who is the next fake finalist? It's Iceland. Iceland is fake through. I'm trying to create the excitement for you all. So we got 6, right? So I know we had Belgium at least twice fake qualifying. Fake qualifying, showing up on the screen, I mean. This takes actually longer, the voting, which sometimes they rush for. That's the only part I like. Cyprus, Sweden, and San Marino. Who will go through? It's Sweden. You are through now, yeah. La 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 la. Have we ever had Estonia yet in the qualifiers at all? The fake qualifiers option? Oh, we do now. Albania, Belgium, and Estonia. Who is it? Fake, fake, fake. Belgium is fake through. Okay, so we have what? We got still Albania, Estonia, Cyprus, San Marino, Norway, Portugal, and Ukraine praying for fake qualifications. Who is it? Only 2 spots to go. San Marino, Norway, and Ukraine. Who is going through? The 9th country is. Come on, they're waiting. Ukraine is through the fake qualifier. That means only 1 left. They're going to do a 6 split screen for all of the others. So it's Norway, San Marino, Portugal, Cyprus, Estonia, and Albania. One of them will go fake through. Ay. Oh, they're really done reading the 6 names of the countries. These are the 6 countries that still have to go through. Estonia, Portugal. It takes a long time. And the cool thing is the acts are in there, actually, so it makes it fun. San Marino cannot even fake qualify, huh? It's kind of sad. So who do y'all want fake qualifying? Very important. San Marino. Oh, that takes. At least I get some attention, but they're trying to create the suspense feels a little forced to me. And this is not real, but imagine the real show. They're not going to smile and be like, they're going to be like, I don't like this. But again, I knew I wasn't going to like it for that exact reason. You viewers at home have decided. Who is the fake 10th qualifier? Who is it going to be? They're not showing them on screen. They're not showing the 6 on screen, actually. After they showed them. Oh, it's Albania. Albania is the 10th qualifier, the last one. So Norway couldn't fake qualify. San Marino couldn't fake qualify. Portugal couldn't fake qualify. Neither could Cyprus nor Estonia. Ay. So, and they're all staying in, I think they're staying in their green room, by the way. They're not coming on stage or anything. So that is basically how it works, kind of what we thought. And they're going to get the recap of the 10 qualifiers, I'm sure. Yes, the more I watch it now, the less I like it. And here's the thing, especially at the end, when after the 9 countries are announced, they go for each of the 6 remaining countries individually. Is it going to be, who are they? Norway, and then you see Norway sitting there. Is it San Marino? And San Marino all nervous. And then Portugal, and they're all sitting there like nervous at that point. Here, of course, they had fun, but there, it's the tension. It's insane. They have to wait for the camera, like, I understand they do that in the other shows as well, but it's not as much focus. You know what I mean? And then at least they don't do the 6-way split screen at the end. 6-way split screen. So that's good. So I was worried they're going to do that. So they only had the those individuals there. So it looks like they're going to stick to this system. I personally don't like it for that reason. Especially, it seems a little bit hypocritical for saying, we're doing this for the artist's health, all that, lack of transparency, and then they pull this off. But that is just me. That is just me. So any questions we have, let me know at ESU United. And now it's late. I don't know why they tried to change so hard that part, since it doesn't change anything compared to the voting of the final. Yeah, they believe that this is a more emotional and effective way for people to get excited. It must have been used in some other system, some other show where they felt this is a good thing. They probably do that like in Melody Festival, and usually anything that happens in Melody Festival and turns into something at Eurovision at some point. So that is unfortunate. So yeah, so that's how I feel, at least, about it. So I'm confused about this thing, but I'm sure they're going to listen to me and change it now. So some countries get to be in the trio twice before other countries have even shown up at all. At least in the rehearsal, yes, because I know Belgium showed up twice, like the third or fourth vote, right? So they were like there quickly. So I don't know how that works on their end. But yeah, clearly they're not just going to go through all 15 countries once. But the third time a country shows up, we know it must be that country, or they don't qualify. That kind of takes out the suspense. Exactly. I mean, it's if you realize how many times if it's your country, you will know, right? So yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. I just don't know, because especially with the ninth one, okay, there are already like 6 or 5 countries out there that will not be in the ninth qualifier. So it's a little unfortunate, but hey. This way of announcing is actually done in one of the ESC United forum contests, but it's because we got 25. Yeah, but they don't have. It's a forum contest. It's not like a here's my real face contest. So it is pressure enough to do that. So I mean, I could talk about this until the cows come home. I just don't like it, but that is just me. How do you think the system is for the casuals? I think the non-native speakers will be confused. I think they will be confused, especially the non-natives. I mean, that's why we have commentators, though. So I think the commentators will get specific guidance, like make sure you clearly clarify how this is happening, the commentators. And I think that's how we're communicated, but it's still confusing. Oh, there's somebody else on screen. Who's that? The guy from Fly on the Wings of Love is there, the Olsen brothers. Touching the sky. I don't know how they popped up at the end in the credits, but okay, yeah, he's there. Okay. So, surprise guest. How do you think the system is for the casual? I reset that one, yes. So, as I pointed out, I think it will be confusing. But they want to go for it. And once they implement something, they will not go back. Once they implement, pre-recorded vocal, backup vocals, they're not going to go back to what it was. They just always change stuff, and then people get used to it and not stop complaining because that's what they used to. Who thinks about now that it used to be all live Eurovision? A lot of people forgot about that already. Oh yeah, it was, right? So yeah. So it's a little unfortunate. All we can do is speak up, but we don't have the power. And the EBU made all these promises last year after everything is to guarantee the well-being of the contestants, only to do this. Yeah, it is a little hypocritical. I will agree with that, but we already, established that. We already established that. It's not fair if the artists can't hear properly because of the crowds shouting, very stressful and could be misunderstood. And could you imagine, like, it's like, and the next 3 countries on the list are Albania, Ukraine, and Estonia. And all Estonia hears this is a name and they think they're qualified. That would be kind of awkward. Yeah, so I don't know. Hey, Matt, great to see you back. Who do you think will be a shock qualifier from each of the semifinal? I'm not ready to do the semi 2 yet. My mind is so focused on semi 1. So I will, let me go for them. Shock qualifier. I think the biggest shock qualifier that we could see is this one, Slovenia. I do think that Slovenia has the advantage of being the only true ballot in the running, and it looks and sounds good. So I could see somebody else missing out because of that. I'm not saying it will happen, but that would be the biggest shock qualifier. I mean, it wouldn't shock me, but it would shock a lot of people. You know what I mean? So that's basically how I feel. Just letting you know that, again, tomorrow at around 7:45 or so, 8 p.m., I will be live. And we're going to talk Eurovision for a few minutes before the live show. And then once the qualifiers are known, I need you to come back here so we can all talk this through together, okay? Because I'd love to have you with me. So I have to go because it's been like my dog needs to go outside. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. It's good to be back. And as always, please like this video to help me in the algorithm so people don't forget about me completely. And I'll see you on the other side, okay? Goodbye.